Okay. Look, from fools after C-Notes, we rip that section 8, then turn the big bang. We turn the big bang. From fools after C-Notes, we rip that section 8, then turn the big bang. We turn the big bang. From Woodman to rain off them Western niggas, we go hard in the pain. We go hard in the pain. From Woodman to rain off to Western niggas, we go hard in the pain. Go hard in the pain. From fools after C-Notes, we rip that section 8, then turn the big bang. We turn the big bang. From fools after C-Notes, we rip that section 8, then turn.
Bitch, you know I'm loaded. You know that? Shit. Let's go. When I'm loaded, nigga, I'm loaded. I'm loaded. I'm loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. I'm loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Extended. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Reloaded. I like a clip when I'm loaded. Reloaded. I like a clip when I'm reloaded. I'm extended. I like a clip when I'm loaded. I'm reloaded. I'm like a clip when I'm like a clip, I'm reloaded, loaded. Bitch, I whip that in motion. Bitch, I know magic and potions. Bitch, I go deeper than ocean. Got the camera that hopped in the phantom and dive right on to the ocean. For my niggas came straight out the slammer and ready for war when I go. Put a spell on you niggas. No, I ain't scared of you niggas. I put a shell on you niggas. I'm so competitive, nigga. I've been in jail in the cell with them hitters and all of them niggas was killed. I've been through hell and prevail on you niggas. Now Elohim was what I give. Nigga, we rich. Look, I'ma kill all of my bugs. Ain't really had mama. It's like we got two numbers, like we got you straight to the top. What they want. Got me counting these millions for counting millions for my son. That's calling my phone. I'm reloaded up like I'm a gun. Nigga, we loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. I'm loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Extended. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. I'm loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Reloaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Reloaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Extended. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Yeah, I'm low like a clip when I'm loaded. Yeah, I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Bitch, I'm a crip and I'm rolling. I keep them diamonds and rolling. Percocet asses and coding. Dashing some drugs that ain't fun. Smoking cancer sticks, I'm rolling cannabis over the wonderful feeling. I keep my hands in grips, they call banana clips. Ready to split when they pay. Tell me who raising these niggas. OGs, they couldn't have been killing. I keep a pack of gorillas. Niggas go wave on you, niggas go wave on them. Won't get see monkey too, won't niggas follow you. Y'all niggas really be tripping. Get you some money, come back with some honeys, and maybe your nigga will feel you. Nigga, we real, yeah. I'ma kill all of my bugs. Mama ain't really had mama. And I was like, we got too much. Never straight to the top what they want. Got me counting these millions for some. For these million that's calling my phone. I'm reloaded up like I'm a gun. Nigga, we loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. I'm loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Extended. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. I'm loaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Reloaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Reloaded. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Extended. I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Yeah, I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Yeah, I'm like a clip when I'm loaded. Nigga, I'm loaded.
Shalom, welcome to the Lion's Den. Grab your paper, pencil, and pen. Listen to this college again. What it do? We got our brother Eric online trying to bring out some new information that I ain't never heard of. And we're about to get it in. So whoever want to jump on the panel, please, in the comment section, just let me know and I'll send the link. It's an open panel for more of a discussion. So,
Hello?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, that was my cousin Richie Rowe. You know what I'm saying? That's a cousin I grew up with, family member. So, I asked him his permission, so I'm gonna put that on the video. I asked his permission, the artist who made this song, can I use it? He said yes. So that should cover anything, if anything. So, but y'all check him out, Richie Rowe. He all type of platforms. I mean, the man nice, versatile, and he deep. So I got videos of me and him speaking too, also. But I just want to. This is just an edification jump. People want to jump on, people want to build stuff like this. This ain't really about if I'm 100% right or wrong. Just me putting stuff out and somebody coming and we speaking on it and building on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people have went away from the Bible and trying to learn the truth out of the Bible and just got to a certain point where they just stuck at a certain level of studying it. And we got to raise the study level because it's a lot of other things that's trying to take over the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. Things like evolution, DNA, all this stuff. So if people will be really about the Bible, then you got to be really about the Bible. So my first video, this is one is called Origin of Hell. Am I saying that it ain't no place after you that is a punishment? No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, the image of people that believe and saying that this is how this is called hell, how where it came from and how it was started. So you got the first video, King?
Which, which inbox you sent it to? Because I got two different videos.
Yeah, no. I think I sent it. Oh, let me see.
Yeah, send it to the Karima pal.
Yeah, it's in the one with it's in the one. Oh yeah, you're right. It's in the other one. Okay, hold on. Let me forward it. All right, that's the first one. Did you get that one?
Hold on, let me see.
All right, shalom, shalom. You know what I'm saying? This is Eric True, aka Gabar Shah Howard died. And this is the origin and history of hell. I'm gonna break this down for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Cause my goal is to get the reality out of the Bible, out of the scriptures, and get rid of these myths. Alright. Now let's go to the origin of hell. This is Britannica. In many religious traditions, the abode usually beneath the earth of the unredeemed. The term hell refers to the underworld. Christian belief was influenced by Jewish and Greek culture. Okay? I'm about to break down what they mean by this. Because by me studying Christianity and me being a Christian, and I start understanding Christianity is many cultures mixed in. There's many different myths, there's many other stuff from other cultures mixed in, and they put it into one. So I'm gonna show you how hell comes from different forms of of different cultures. All right, let's go to the Hebrew version. It's called Gehenna, but the Hebrew name is sabbath. All right, this is from the Bible Odyssey. The word is derived from the Hebrew term meaning Valley of Hinnom, west and south of Jerusalem, once a boundary between the tribe Judah and Benjamin. You can find that in Joshua 15 and 8, Joshua 18 and 16, and Nehemiah 11 and 30. Okay, so this is telling you that it's a place called Jehan that was called Tebeth, and I'm about to teach you what they did there. All right, look. Contrary to the law, children were offered and sacrificed, especially to Moloch. It was later used as a dump ground for refuse. Okay, and then later on, it was the punishment for after death. So I'm gonna show you how it became a real life place to an imaginary place called hell. Okay. During the monarchical period, it became the site of infamous high place where some of the kings of Judah engaged in forbidden religious practices, including human sacrifices by fire. You can find it in 2 Corinthians 28 and 3, 2 Corinthians 33 and 6. Because of Jeremiah spoke of the impending judgment and destruction of this place, because of this how wicked was coming, because people of the tribe of Judah and started worshiping different gods. It was basically Canaanite gods, Moloch and Belial. They were sacrificing children, and they was sacrificing. And this is where a lot of the lake of fire, the brimstone, because they had Moloch, we had his hands, and it was in a pit. And when they put the babies, whoever they want to sacrifice in their hand, it burnt fire, and you can hear the agony, you can hear the pain, and you can hear the torture of the people. Okay. King Joshua put an end to these practices by destroying the fountain of high place in the valley, 2 Kings 23 and 10. Probably because of this association with fury and destruction. Check this out. Let's go see. Gehenna became used metaphorically by the New Testament. So what this is saying is this was a place that they referred to as hell, that they tortured people. It was also called the place of fire. Okay, and later on, when Christianity came, it became a form of afterlife torment. Okay, let's go to
Peace, Michael.
all right. All right. So now I'm gonna show you where the Greek, Alexander the Great. So what happened was Alexander the Great, when they came down here with the Hellenistics. When Alexander the Great came down here with the Hellenistics, it got mixed in, and later on Christianity took it. But we had a place, as far as Old Testament people, we had a place called Sheol. And look what it says about this. Earliest part of Sheol, forgive me for the word, was a shadow, silent pit where the souls of all dead lingered in a minimum state of silent existence. By the 6th century, Sheol was viewed as a temporary place and have a bodily resurrection, dwell in a place of God where the wicked would be tormented, that later become Gehenna. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is how you know when you go into the deep original forms of these things, you see that it was one thing, and then it got changed into another thing, and then when they got it, they changed it to another thing. And this was confusing people. So we had to understand hell, the term hell, the image of hell came from certain places. And a lot of times they was not talking about an afterlife. It was talking about certain places that they seen and was tormented. And by the time it got to the New Testament, it was switched into a place after death. Okay? The Greek version of Hades, they got a part of the Greek version of Hades. They took the Jewish Sheol and they mixed it together under one thought of hell. You see what I'm saying? That's what we have to get honest, because nobody knows what hell looks like, or and not even hell. Nobody has went to the afterlife and came back and all that. I don't want to hear that. So nobody can tell you how this place is and how that place is. This is something that's what came from other cultures and came from a place that really existed where they did torture people, where it was a form of hell on earth. Okay, the beginning of the 4th century, after the Greek king
What's up,
Alexander
Elder?
the Great conquered Judea, elements of Greek culture began to influence Jewish religious thought, and by the 1st century, Gospels the first
Hey,
Gospels,
yo.
65 and to 65 A.D. So this is telling you that Christianity is nothing but Greek culture and Jewish culture that they mix together,
Joshua.
mixed in with other pagan cultures
Shalom.
too. So we had to stop
Yo.
talking about this hell and
Send your
heaven as a
you can send your junk to
Christianity
Karima
thing,
too, because you know my junk ain't gonna be number
okay?
like an hour.
Because hell was
Oh,
really a
yeah.
place.
Yeah, I got
What
like
you want
three or
me to
four
send it to
videos, but it
Kareem?
still ain't. I got like 3, 4 videos, but all together, it's still like gonna be like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cause your junk.
It's on. It's going live now, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just send your junk too, because I still got like 2 more videos after this. But you know, my junk's kind of short, so
All right.
yeah, because I want to speak on, like, once we watch all the video, we can speak on every time a video stop, we just have like 2, 3 minutes speak on the videos and stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Did you have an order? You want to just run yours and then run mine after, or you want to switch them up, or what?
It don't matter.
King
Whatever
Joshua
you want to do.
destroyed, and it
Yeah.
became
You can just run
a
all. You
place
can run all.
after
Since
death
yours short, you can run
when
all yours.
Christianity
Go
got
ahead
their
with the
hand.
show. We don't want to mess up the show.
Okay, because the Greeks was
All right, just send
always
it down.
remember when the Greeks created Christianity, it was created to over control. And how can you control the people if all these different people have different cultures and different beliefs? What you do is you take these different people cultures and you mix it in to where each culture can accept it. It's that simple. That's what they did. Yeah, that's where Jesus came from. Yes. And when you in his verses where Jesus talks about Hades, when he talks about Gehenna, when he talks about these places, but in the Bible, it's always made you think that it's referring to hell at the place after. We got to start looking at the Bible as a realistic historical book that's talking about real places. Okay, so again, I'm gonna say it again. Hell came from a place called Gehenna, or the Hebrew word Topeth, where they sacrificed children to the god Malak Balal, the Canaanite gods. Okay, that's where the place of fire comes from. By the time it got to the Christianity era, it became a place after death. And Dante Inferno, it helped that come along too. So that's just a shortcut. This is part one. I wanted to break it down, so I'm gonna do heaven next time. So I'm gonna do this is hell, the origin and the history of it. The next one I'm gonna do next week is gonna be heaven, the origin and history of it. You know, and I'm about to get into this conference room where I can really have my information on here. The sources I got a lot of these from the Bible, Odyssey, Britannica, and a place called the New Day Dawning. So check them joints out. You know what I'm saying? And study more. Stop just reading this English scriptures. Go into the Hebrew, go into the lexicon, go into the dictionary, go into the history books. Try to get all this together, man, because it's a lot of ways that they confused us. It's not just one way, and we got to understand through translation and through making stuff mythical that was real has confused our people. All right, peace out.
Okay. I should go to the next one. I'm gonna speak on that because I've grown from that. That's probably like 2 years ago, maybe 3. You know what I mean? But like I said, I do believe it is a punishment after we leave. That's my belief now. But that's to say, when I deal with the Bible, I try to be real with what the Bible said. And at a point in time, We didn't believe that we went nowhere. That's why people, Old Testament people, I said kind of different. Then when it got later on, it became more of people believe that it was a place after. So that's where a lot of the problem is between the OT and NT too. But we just gotta watch it because we gotta understand the translations are not already right. The people who translated did not have the same spirit of the people who wrote it and the same understanding. You see what I'm saying? So it's not going to be always translated. And then they did it in a slick way to where a lot of stuff is Masonic. And there's a lot of stuff that churches treat as Masonic and don't even know. Like Jesus down in 33, that's not in the Bible. But they don't know that is a Masonic teaching because they don't know what 33 means. But I'm not getting to that right now because I'm but y'all check out my posts and stuff. Y'all understand what I'm saying. But the next video is talking about the Sabbath. Now the Sabbath, a lot of people say, church people say we're saying it's Sunday, Israelites say it's Saturday, but I'm gonna go say while many was on boats and many of us was getting invaded, the two people who really fought for them days were Europeans through law. And I can show you that when they came over here, they were already fighting about Saturday and Sunday being the Sabbath. That's why we have to go, if you're going to really do the Sabbath, we have to go back as a nation of people, not just few people, as a whole nation, all these people, we're supposed to go back and find out what day it is. We don't supposed to have 2, 3, 4 different Sabbaths. But you can go to the next video, Queen. Now, I'm explaining to this is the first verse. The first verse is it's telling you when he gave them the laws, he's telling you when he gave it to them, he gave it for them when they crossed over into the Jordan into their land. Deuteronomy 27:3. And thou shalt write upon them all the words of the law when thou pass over, that they may go into the land that God giveth thee, a land that floweth with milk and honey, as the Lord God of the Father hath promised thee. He's talking about when he promised us the lands that we was going to have, these laws was going to be established. It's marital laws, it's all type of laws that goes for a nation, not for just a single person. And that's the mistake we have. Okay, because when our nation became wicked, we got cursed. When I say nation, I'm talking about from the king down, from the leaders down, became wicked. You know what I'm saying? So the whole nation became wicked and they failed. Let's go to another one. All right, and this is when it's talking about, like I told people, our king is enslaved with us too. Understand that. Deuteronomy 28:36. The Lord will bring thee and the king whom thou shalt set over thee into a nation. And it's talking about the nation that was going to come and enslave us. Okay. He enslaved when he put us in a curse, he put also our king, so our king bloodline is still here. So you got to understand that how can you be cursed? How can you be cursed, right? And how can you be cursed and have to and follow the laws when he said, I'm gonna curse you and everything you're gonna basically do is gonna be against the laws. It doesn't make any sense. So are you cursed or you not cursed? Are people cursed or not? Okay. Let me go to Deuteronomy 28:64. It's talking about how he's gonna take us out of our nation. And he's gonna scatter us. So we won't be able to follow the laws and be the nation that we were because we're not going to be together. So all this just North America and South America, 12 tribes stuff got to stop because you should know that our Israelites are amongst all different nations around the world. Okay. And the Lord shall scatter thee all people from one end of the earth even to the other, and thou shalt serve other gods which neither you nor the fathers have known, even wood and stone. Okay, so if you're teaching this curse,
You can't be telling me that you can't be telling me and trying to force people to follow the laws because it's not an enforcement. When we enforced the laws, we had our own nation, we had our own high priests, we had our own people who judge. So when we talk about judgment, it's not this way Christians are talking about when they're saying, "Oh, you're going to hell if you don't do this." No, judgment meant when something happened, you brung them amongst the people, and they went by the laws to judge you, man. And we can't judge because we don't have no prince, no high priest, none of that stuff no more. All these people saying they high priests, how you a high priest in a cursed nation when you're not even in your own nation? All right, and this right here tells you. Therefore, do Jeremiah 16:13. Therefore, will I cast you out of this land into a land that you know not? Neither your fathers shall, and neither you and your fathers shall know and serve other gods day and night. You see what I'm saying? So it's telling you to serve other gods. I'm gonna take you out of this land. You curse because you got taken out of this land. You see what I'm saying? Point blank. You curse because you got taken out of this land. And this right here, this verse right here, this verse right here is gonna show you right here that no Israelite can tell me that they are doing this here in America. None. None is following this law. And if you follow this law, you're lying. If you're saying you follow this law, you're lying. Okay. Let's be real about that. Now, this law right here, check it out. Leviticus 25:4. You don't really hear Israelites talking about this. They tell you about the seven, there's the Sabbath. They tell you about all this, but what about the sabbatical land law? Okay, what about that? Check this out. Check this out. Sabbatical land law. Leviticus 25:4. Yeah.
Yeah, you could go ahead.
Leviticus 25:4. But in the seventh year shall be a Sabbath day of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord thy God. Okay? So he's telling you on every seventh year we supposed to had rest on the land. We didn't grow, we didn't mess with the vineyards, all that stuff rested. We rested the land. I'm gonna do it again so y'all can hear it again. Leviticus 25. No Israelite can follow this that's in America. Okay? No Israelite follow 25:4. But in the seventh year shall be a Sabbath rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord. It is called the sabbatical land law. Okay? This law is mainly, this law is 100% for when we were in our own land and had our own nation. That's what y'all have to understand. So stop teaching this. Oh, you got to follow all 613 laws. You got to do this. No, the commandments are in effect right now. The laws cannot be enforced. And when I say enforced, meaning if we have a homosexual Israelite brother in America, we can't stone him. We can't kill him like we used to. You see what I'm saying? We have to, because we have no judgment. When a person say thou shalt not judge, it's not talking about uh, judging that people be saying like you can't correct a person. You see what I'm saying? If you're a homosexual and you say you deal with the Bible, yes, I do have the right to come to you and say, hey, you know, in the Bible says you can't be a homosexual. But what we're saying, when it says judgment, he's saying you can't sentence a person to death for what they're doing because we have no authority and we are under oppression. We have no high priest. Okay, now that's just a little bit I want you to get, comment. Let me know. Because none of you can say you follow that. Leviticus 25:4. None of you can say that. It's all a lie, okay? Y'all trying to falsely tell people that y'all following all the laws. You know you're not following all 613 laws. Because all 613 laws are not meant for one person. It's meant for a whole nation of people. Alright? So peace out, melanated minds. You see what I'm saying? Was like I said, was up to everybody: the Israelites, the Pan Africans, the Moors, the 5%ers, the Nation of Islam, even the Kemet, all of that. Even though we beef,
Even the
you
Christians.
see what I'm saying? Even though we might don't agree, we debate on doctrine. But like I said, we all are the same people under the same oppression. We just have different doctrines. Once we get out of this oppression, then we can decide what we want to do. All right. Peace.
All right. Melanated minds. What minds come to melanated? I'm nuts.
Yeah, what you think about that, sir?
Yeah, I had came in on pretty much the last part of the video, so I missed a whole lot of it. So I'm
It
kind of
was basically saying that the 613 laws are not enforced today because there was a laws of a nation. Like America has laws, there was actually laws for our nation of people,
Oh yeah,
right?
I heard that part. Yeah, yeah, that
And
part was that was on point. I agree
yeah, they
wholeheartedly.
told the sabbatical land law that a lot of people don't talk about, that when we was in that actually made us lose our kingdom at one point in time because we didn't keep the sabbatical land law too, or we let the land rest after 7 years.
Yeah, yeah, it's a whole bunch of those laws that you can't keep. Anybody who say that they keep the whole law, you can only keep pretty much like the moral laws. You know what I'm saying? For the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't kill, don't steal. Laws that don't eat pork. Dietary laws. Stuff like that. I mean, it's a whole bunch of them laws you just can't keep because you're not in the land. Israel is the nation has been scattered.
Michael Smith said the main reason we end up in slave ships because we had other gods. Christianity, son of Mary, proved me wrong. I mean, hey, listen,
I
this
think
ain't
I
that
think I
deep.
think I think we end up in slavery, and it could have been Christianity, it could have been Islam, it could have been Zoroastrianism. It was a whole plethora of religions, that Israel was following that caused us to
We got to, but
you
see, we got
know,
to start being truthful again. We don't be in captivity at least 8 times in the Bible.
and,
Michael, you can hop on. The link is in the chat, Michael. You can hop on.
Hey, you can hop on, Mike. I just sent you the next video I want to show. But while she putting that up, yeah, it was like yeah, man, this is the man right here. Y'all should be in Israel. Y'all need to get to listening to this man because I learned a lot from him when it come on this Hebrew side, man. Because he taught me how to look at the Bible in a realistic more way, and it made me want to study harder. And because when I grew up a Christian, it made me start asking a lot of questions. And because the people didn't know what the difference between the myth part, the history part, the science part that's in it, and they used everything. So when you
yeah,
when you start on a certain age and you start being like, this don't sound right, this don't, you start asking questions and they can't answer it, it makes people leave. So that's why I'm trying to get us to get back into this Bible. So because these men are going to school, our kids are going to school, they're learning science, they learn this evolution stuff, they learning this DNA stuff. So they're gonna come to us and they're gonna start testing us against the Bible, and you better be ready.
You said the last video was the one I just seen. You mean the one before that?
Um,
who you talking about? Me?
no, I was. It's yeah. I just.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. You in the other one. Hold on. I got you. All right, you see it? I just put it in there.
Shalom to the panel, chat, Israel. Can I
Shalom.
make?
See it, Zion?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I said that the main reason why the nation of Israel went
Mhm.
on cargo slave ships and were put in captivity all over the earth, and now are waiting deliverance from captivity. The main reason why we went into captivity was breaking the first commandment and going after other gods. Now, can anyone prove me? Can anyone prove that to be false? Go, let's go.
I think that
I think you on the wrong show. brother, because I mean that's basically what my last show was just talking about. I mean,
No,
the last
no,
one.
hold on. You can speak on it if you want to, but give him a few minutes to speak on this right here, and then I'll let you speak on whatever you want to speak on.
Hello?
Well, I want to say that as far as could anybody prove you wrong, I know that when you say that Israel went off into captivity for and if what you're saying is in line with the scriptures, which is the breaking of God's laws, not keeping His commandments, and worshiping other Elohims, is a breaking of God's commandments. You will not get no argument from me, brother. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I don't argue
I
against the
don't
truth.
agree, but we kind of agree with with stuff you say. It's just, but I this my this I just came up with different teachers. I ain't what I mean. I ain't really trying to get us to keep attacking each other because my last video is gonna be me talking to a New Testament Israelite as an Old Testament Israelite, and we talking and we trying to unite and we try to talk about what we need to get done because you know what I mean. It ain't no reason to keep arguing over shit.
I think I think that at the end of the day, there's some validity in what he's saying. I mean, at the end of the day, the very first, I mean, in order for us to open up ourselves to other sins, we have to somehow backslide away from Yahweh Elohim.
Yeah, but when we could collab as a group, we can do a lot of this. Because if we trying to be real, see, I ain't talking about entertainment. I'm talking about we trying to be real, and we would try to get us together, make some type of group, or not group, or organization to where, you know what I'm
Well, we could
saying?
practice, or we could practice perfection. That's the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
way our people can learn it, by seeing it practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm saying we can talk about that stuff after we get stuff together. Like, man, that shit we could just be talking about all the time because we say, oh, we don't deal with these people, or I ain't gonna say us, but because we deal with, but Old Testament be like, I don't deal with the New Testament. New Testament say I don't deal with the Old Testament, but they still be around them. They still be friends to them. So if you're gonna do that anyway, then let's stop that fakeness and let's go and get together and let's say fuck that part because that part shouldn't be separating us because we should be able to get together and then we can speak on that.
I mean, me personally, I'm more friend. I got more New Testament friends
Yeah,
than I
yeah,
got
that's what
Old
I'm saying.
Testament.
But you know how the beef is that we talking. I'm talking about how.
Yeah, and
You
that's
know
what I'm
what I mean?
saying. At some point, I have to learn how to separate that stuff, a belief. I'm gonna say this, and I'm done with it. When you're dealing with a belief is, and before you try to force your belief onto anybody, and this is for everybody, your belief is for you. Before if it ain't for nobody else, it's for you. And if
No,
anybody in this world need to practice it to a T, it's you. And then it's when you practice it to a T and perfect it, is when others automatically want to say, "Wow, what's that about?" Outside of that, I don't believe in forcing my belief and faith on people. I just kick it and say what I got to say, and I hope you get something out of it. If you don't, then hey, my belief is for me, and I'm telling you, my belief is a blessing to me.
yeah, I agree.
Okay, so the bottom line is the truth stands that the main is what I said in the comment. The main sin that caused the children of Israel to be put on slave ships, put in captivity, was the practice of going after other gods. We all in
Uh,
agreement, right?
Okay.
I'm going to say that I'm in agreement. How about this? I would say I believe that. I can't prove that for certain. You understand what I'm saying? But
Yeah, but
by me
see,
knowing,
he said the main. He said the main though. He ain't said the only.
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm focusing on that part right there. That I can't prove that. I believe that myself, but I can't prove that. So therefore, to be put myself to be safe, I'd say that the children of Israel was just breaking Yah's commandments, period. Because I'm quite sure that once you forget about Yahweh, then you open up the Pandora's box for everything else. I mean, just say for instance, I haven't ate a piece of pork in over 30 years. In order for me to put that thing in my mouth, I first must gotta forget about Yahweh.
That's true.
In order for me to do any of these things and breaking the law, I first got to forget about Yahweh. So there, I mean, I believe that there's a validity in that. I just can't substantiate that. You know what I'm saying? By saying, okay, the children of Israel worship Jesus. This year they went off into slavery. They worship this. They did that. I can't detail it. Maybe he can. Maybe he can prove that, and he probably and I can't. And it's not my place to. It's not my place to prove what was a belief. I believe that. I just believe it, and it's not my place to prove a belief.
All right, let's go. Let's
Wasn't
go
the
to
children of Israel, were not the children of Israel warned and constantly threatened by the prophets that if they did not turn around, that they would be put in captivity?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. I
what was
mean,
the main
I
complaint
agree. I agree.
of,
I
what
agree.
was the main complaint of Yah through the prophets that they were doing?
Idol
Not
worship.
keep not keeping his commandments.
Idol
Which
worship.
commandment was the main one highlighted?
Idol
I
worship.
don't, I don't, I don't know. 'Cause I can go right now to a plethora of scriptures where Yah is complaining about Israel and them not keeping His commandments and
What was the
constantly telling him.
what was the main one that
I
he was
agree. I also agree with both of y'all because what Mike is saying is main. See, but Terry just saying is other ones, but y'all basically saying the same thing. Y'all just coming from
Yeah,
two
I
sides.
see. To me, there is no main because I have not seen an emphasis placed on a main sin. Any one of those sins is a violation to Yahweh. Whether you worship another god, whether you eat pork, whether you honor the wrong day of the Shabbat, whatever you do, all of that is a dishonor equally unto Yahweh.
Yeah, it's okay with what you don't see, but it's clear through scriptures, through thus saith Yah, that going after other gods was the main sin. And that was the comment. Someone initially seemed like they had a problem with it, invited me on, jump on the panel. And when I did, and I asked for proof, no proof was given.
Yeah, I just don't think that you need to challenge the whole panel. You need to challenge who called you out. Like I said, it's not my play because you did challenge the whole panel, and I stand stalemate. This is a debate league, and we do debate. And
Yeah,
I'm
I've challenged
saying
the
that,
whole world, not just you,
yeah,
bro. I've been on YouTube for
I'm
50,
saying
yeah,
I'm
for,
saying that I'm
yeah,
saying that
no
it's
problem.
not my place to debate that
Oh,
because
no problem. No
what
problem.
sent the children of Israel off into captivity was not keeping Yah's commandments. And that is
Let's
one of
go to
his
the
commandments.
let's go to
That
the
is
next
one.
video. And we
That
can
is
speak
that
into
is
this one. Hey
that is
Terry.
just one of about 600 of them.
Okay,
I just
but this is the thing, bro.
hold
You're
on,
late to the
hold
party.
on, hold on, hold
Yeah,
on,
I
hold
know
on.
you've been around, but this YouTube
You
thing,
hear
you're
me?
late to the party. So I've been on here for 15 years challenging the whole world,
Uh-huh.
billions of people, right? Not just you. So
Well, you're not
now,
challenging me. I won't allow you to challenge me because
Yeah, this ain't
that's
what
not
we
no,
something.
doing.
well,
That's
Hold
not
on.
I
that's
didn't
not
address.
that's not
Hold
something
on. That's
that's
not
not
nothing
something
that
to
we
challenge
doing
me about.
today. We not doing this today. We just basically coming with the information. I thought you was gonna come up here and
No, I
add
understand
to the
that's just not
information.
Well,
No,
no,
that's
hold
not
well,
my
on.
no.
contention.
I
Hold
didn't.
on.
Okay, let me
No.
speak. I didn't. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't.
No, I brought you
No,
up
you
here
good.
because I thought you was gonna hold on, add to the information that's going on. Not to be trying to challenge people right now. I'm
I'm just
saying
saying
if you're not
it's
adding
not
to
my
the
No, I ain't
contention.
conversation,
calling it challenge.
okay.
It's
Okay,
not my
that's all.
position.
Just like the brother,
Was
just
was
like
you
the brother
listening?
talked about him.
Was you listening to the show that was going on now? And would
Yes,
you
just
like?
like the brother was
Okay, would you like to
talking
speak
about
on that?
hell.
Because he's not
He
done.
was
So if you want to talk about that, yes. Okay, go ahead.
no. It all connects, right? Just like the brother was talking about hell. It wasn't that he was quote unquote challenging anyone. You guys are using that terminology, so I'm just
Oh,
going
okay.
with it.
Okay.
All right. So when
Yeah,
someone said, so when someone said, well, Islam was this, and maybe there were other gods, but you do understand that there's only two main gods that we're dealing with. You do understand that, right?
No,
Right, hold on.
I don't understand that.
Peter,
Okay.
the white guy. Hold on, Michael. Because I think Peter White guy probably following you. I don't know. But you're not coming on here, so if you got something to say, put it in the comments. But you're not coming on here. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay. There's if anyone would take the time to Google ancient mother and child worship, hit images. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Now, the images that you see are based upon archaeology, history, science, you name it. It will trace back to the two main gods that go by different names throughout the successive rising empires, including this last empire we're under, which is the Roman Empire. The two main gods of the Catholic Church are the two gods that they inherited from the previous empire that they conquered. These two gods are the two gods that we're dealing with in this world today. Now, when you say Islam, Islam was, if you trace the history of Islam, it goes back to the Roman Church. We know this. This is old information. So again, we're in this Israelite thing now, and you got a bunch of Israelites that woke up to their nationality, which is cool. But what they did was they held on to that which they learned in the Christian church. That is the worshiping, following, believing in, trusting in for salvation, and worshiping of the Son of Mary. I don't know how we can get around that. And when they talk, they sound just like Christians. And when I ask them, where did you learn to do that from? They tell me from the Christian church. So how can you now get on the Christians and condemn them from being into Christianity when that is the exact same thing that you're doing?
That's for Eric.
You said what?
No, I didn't say that was for anybody. That's just
I'm
that's a
asking you
statement.
just said that it was related to the topic that we was talking about. I asked
Well,
you
the
that.
topic.
Okay, so
Well,
I'm saying,
Hey, now that wasn't intended for nobody. Could we get along with the show
yes,
and open
that's
that
what
up
I'm
at the
asking
end of the
because
discussion at the end of the
that's what we
show?
was trying to get you involved, but you have questions.
But see,
We're gonna keep that to the end. We're gonna keep that
okay,
to
but
the end.
Yeah, we're not
this is
against
the
you,
problem.
brother.
You guys are talking about
We're not
different
against you, brother.
subjects are coming up as you're talking, and then when people make a comment about these things, then you want to run from it and say we're going to get back to the topic. This is all
Ain't
involved.
nobody running for it. Nobody running for it.
Well,
Hold on.
I never made a comment to you.
Yeah, nobody running. The only one that's
Hold on,
talking.
Kareem. I can defend myself. I never made a comment to you. All right. And because I didn't make a comment to you, I want to get back with the program. All right.
You did make a
Now,
comment, bro.
well,
This is all being recorded.
no. What the comment I made to you was that Israel went into captivity for the breaking, and not keeping of Yah's commandments, and I stand on that. Okay,
Yeah,
and
but you made a comment
you asked
on.
me, and no, I ain't make a comment on nothing. The last thing
Oh,
you
you
said
did,
to
bro.
me,
You want me
hold
to
up.
make a
That,
video?
The last
that's
thing
what
you
Make
I
a
said to
didn't
video,
do.
me,
y'all.
the last thing you said to me directly was, did I understand that there were two gods? And I said no, I
And we
don't
not about
understand that,
to, yeah, we're not about to go there, like I said.
and I still don't understand that.
I'm not trying to have a discussion, conversation, or defend anything. I'm trying to move the fuck on with the show. Okay, so let's go. Y'all can talk about that some other time or whatever, but I've got this video up I'm trying to play.
Okay, y'all were talking about hell. How can you talk about hell and not talk about the state of the dead and what happens to us when we die?
But if you can talk about that, that's where you can come in and start talking about other things, but you can't tell nobody what to talk about. Okay?
Yeah,
Anyway.
all things should be done with decency and order. If you was with the team, what you could instead of being shaitanim, meaning adversarial, what you could do is sit back and wait your turn, and then when your turn come, you can fill in the gaps where the brothers missed that. But when I get my turn, I'm not going to miss no gaps, so it's not going to be any space for you.
So I mean, what is it? Hold on. Okay.
That's it. I'm about to play this video or something. I'm about to put you out. You can sit back like you said, and then
No, because y'all keep muting.
I mute you because you're not listening. Anyways, let's move along.
I did not know that.
Look, they try to force the Sabbath, but they made it Sunday. Once I believe this,
They could lock. They basically arrested men for working on the Sabbath day. This was in Chesapeake, Norfolk County criminal. Yeah, Chesapeake and Norfolk. So this is here in Virginia, March 1909 through December 1910. Local government records collection. I guess this happened December 1909 or something. I don't know when this happened. August.
man, look at what this
Warrant
hand
of
the
arrest
Sabbath.
for Charles. So the August 16, 1909.
Look what this hand the Sabbath is. What they're trying to force it to be.
In 1846 and again in 1848, merchants Jacob Levy and Jacob Ezekiel petitioned the General Assembly to remove the fines imposed on them for violating the law that restricted work on Sundays. When the General Assembly revised the Code of Virginia in 1849, it included an exemption for any person who conscientiously believes that the seventh day of the week ought to be observed as a Sabbath.
Hold on, hold on. So
They basically said if
it's saying anybody, the people who saying Saturday is
I guess they can celebrate their Sabbath day on Saturday.
yeah, see, because they know what? They know that's the
They
real.
know what's going on.
You know that's the real truth. Because the Sabbath on Saturday. They try to force it on Sunday. See how they say make you say Sunday like it's the Sabbath, but then say, well, if you do it on Saturday, it's too. Look at that. Ladders. Look at the warrant of arrest. Arrested for doing stuff on Sunday. That's how they enforce it on Norfolk. Court of Norfolk County.
I'll go upstairs in a second.
Yeah, that was just about the Sabbath and how they made it law to be Sunday. but then they fought to make it Saturday, and that's what a lot of them doing to this day. Do you got
Didn't hear you. What you say?
you got the last one with the Old Testament, New Testament?
Okay.
I'm about to send it. You
Yeah.
get it?
Send it to the other one.
Yeah, I usually send them to both of them.
Yeah,
That way she'll have. I know she'll be set either way she roll.
yeah, I'm gonna send it to you.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. Peace, peace, shalom, shalom. This is my another lab right here.
Volume.
I got special guest Drano Israel. We're gonna speak about what's solutions, and can we unite as OT and NT Israelites? I just waited for Ak to get on here so I can add them. So nuts. Glad that y'all Israelites stay tuned, man, because we trying to get this together and see if this can work out. You know. Let me see if I can invite him. Light don't see it. But okay, there you go. See if I can get you on. Yeah, it's gonna come on.
Yo, shalom,
It
shalom.
took a minute.
Shalom.
First, telling people who you are. You know, tell them some things about you, and I know you speak knowledge, so tell them a couple of social media spots that they can find you at.
I'm always on Facebook, man. Like Drano Yisrael, man. I'm always reachable, man. Always teachable too. So you know what I mean. Just you can always hit me on Facebook, man. I ain't really on too many other social media platforms, but but yeah, man. I mean, shoot, I've been trying to walk this walk for almost 10 years. At least I knew for about 10 years. 2008. I knew, and then I still was in the streets. You know, I quit eating pork, quit doing some of the things that like going to Sunday churches and stuff like that. But I still was in the streets until about 2011, and that's when I turned everything, clean that slate up, man, clean myself up, man. The Most High clean me up, should I say? You know what I mean? But you already know, we've been connected for years. You know that already.
Yeah,
You already
yeah,
know.
yeah. You still dealing with the Hebrew war machine?
Yeah, I mean, we always gonna be brothers. Like, you know what I mean? The war machine ain't what it used to be, but I'm still connected with all them brothers. Like, you know what I mean? It's still all love with all them brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was one of the highlights of my walk, man, was them brothers, man. I mean, we went state to state. I mean, we accomplished a lot, man. We actually was a sign of hope, man, that we can unite. You know what I mean? We was like, you know, a super group of Israelites from every different type of doctrine you can name was in that group. You know what I mean? And we all got along. You know what I mean? We had different groups, whether it was WhatsApp, group me, and there was never no tension, or it was always all love, man. You know what I mean? OT, NT, it ain't matter. You know what I'm saying? It was just all love, and that's the way it should be. You know, because anything else is a contradiction, man. You know what I mean? You can't sit here and say, pick and choose who you want to unify with. Now I understand, like, all minds aren't like minds. You know what I mean? And you do have to separate yourself from certain people. But if people are willing to unify, then you should be willing to unify. Like, you know what I mean? Love should stretch beyond doctrine, man. Like doctrine isn't the end all be all for love. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, I don't see the two in the same paradigm. You know what I mean? I don't see the two. I can't not love you because of your doctrine. Like that don't make no sense. You know what I mean? It's stupid. You know, it's all about unity. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, there's just a lot of people out here trying to do the Most High's job, man. You know what I mean? We just got to do our work, man, and don't step outside our boundaries. You know, I see a lot of scriptures getting used out of context when it comes to unity. You know, if two walk together, you know what I mean? Like, but you'll go to work for the white man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you picking and choosing who you want to unify with at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because you won't rock with me because I believe this or believe that, but you'll be keying at work. You know what I mean? This is a life or death situation we in. You know what I mean? This ain't about no financial gain. This is way greater than financial gain. So why not unify for something greater than financial gain? You'll unify for that paycheck. You'll unify for that paycheck. You know what I mean? Why not? This is life or death, man. We all we got. We all we got, man.
Because the reason I wanted to speak on this, right, because I talked to one of our Israelite sisters. Her name was let me get it right, Shirley Daniels, if I was mistaken. And we were talking about like, if we was to buy land, if we was to try to make a nation, could NT and OT people really become under one nation? And we agreed that yeah, we could, but at the same time, it would be a problem. And some of the problems would be, most nations are under one, one type of religious thing. When you go into like the Middle East is the Muslims, and you go to America is Christianity. So my problem would be, what would it be under? You feel what I'm saying? Like say for an Old Testament person who only believes in God, but then you got the Christians who believe in Jesus and God, Christian Israelites, and we may don't want to take on Jesus. So what nation would all I'm saying is one would have to sacrifice the one thing to deal with the other. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And my solution as far as that was to make different, like, if we had our own lands, we start building stuff. As far as Kemet dudes too, not just Israelites too. We can make our own nations and deal with each other through that, and make different nations to become one great nation. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the bottom line too. The bottom line is that we gotta realize we behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna act like we ain't behind enemy lines?
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't got time to be playing around. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's either unify or die, man. You think they debating about what? You know what I mean? The white man ain't debating nothing. You know what I'm saying? But how to deal with these niggas. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only thing they debating about. Like, we behind enemy lines. Like, we gotta unify, man, or die. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. If I could go to work and work with all different types of people from every different walk of life, then I should be able to unify with my brother. No matter what he believes. No matter what he believes, man. Like, while we behind enemy lines, that's how I'm rocking. You know what I'm saying? If we can get back to the land, maybe we can have a different discussion. But right now, like all I see is, you know, if you would like mine, we all in. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you believe. Like I'm rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Far as it goes, like, you know what I mean? We need each other. It's really not optional when you really think about it from a war standpoint, the art of war. Like, you know what I mean? Is the strength in numbers. We need the numbers. We're behind enemy lines. Like if that ain't a fact to you, then you really need to recalculate what you know, you need to recalculate yourself. You know what I mean? We are definitely behind enemy lines. That shouldn't even be a debate amongst none of us. So at the end of the day, we could at least unite behind that. And the main thing that we really need to unite on is food, clothes, and shelter, man. Like, look, I'm gonna tell y'all. I always tell this story, man. I always tell this story. I was downtown teaching, and the sister came up to me and was like, you know, what you teaching is great. You know, that's good news. But I'm homeless. You know what I mean? That breaks my heart to this day. You know, that sister told me she is homeless. I wasn't in a position at the time to even help her. You know what I mean? Now I'm really looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I might be trying to give her the greatest news knowledge-wise she had, but she has a situation right now. You know what I mean? If we can't put things in place, man, to build and be able to help our own people in ways that they need help, then it don't matter how much knowledge you got. Your doctrine don't matter. You know what I mean? All the knowledge you accumulated over all these years, if I can't help my people, then what good is it? It's in vain.
Yeah, and see that's why I say about like people like people get on me when I talk about Elijah Muhammad, when I talk about people like Dr. York. And I say, well look, I said, man, I'm not saying I agree with their doctrine. I'm not saying I agree with their teaching, but I'm honoring them to and respecting them of what they did, the actions they did. You know, I can't see a man take 2 million people off of drugs and dress up the woman modest and then say that man ain't a good man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has bad parts, so everybody has doctrines that people don't agree with. But what is that person doing? Like, is that
Right.
person really doing what he's talking? And that's why I give respect to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at the actions, not what they teach. And that's the same thing that need to go with the NT and OT. We ain't going to agree on the doctrines fully, but at the same day, none of us really going to know until the time is coming to God really show what you know what I'm saying, what the truth is. So there's no reason us keep beefing and arguing over the same. Everybody coming at these camps, and I tell people like I'm an Old Testament Israelite, but I love the camp brothers because I went out there. I went to visit them. I seen them. I seen the love. I seen the you know what I'm saying. I seen the positivity. I seen the things that they're trying to do out there. So I can't just say, oh, I'm not gonna deal with you because you believe in Jesus. Even though if I don't believe in Jesus and I say things about Jesus, that don't mean that I don't respect what the camps are doing, because at the end of the day, we have different doctrines, but we are the same people under oppression. We are under the oppression of the
Right.
same.
I I seen something powerful a couple years ago. There was a flood down south, and these brothers had a boat, man. They didn't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? They all had to hop on this boat to save their lives. You know what I mean? So they all was on this boat, and wasn't nobody arguing about, oh, you a Christian, you this, or you OT, or you that. Nah, they was trying to save their lives. We need to save our lives.
Yeah,
Like we like I said, man, we behind enemy lines. We need to save our lives, man, spiritually, physically, across the board. You know what I mean? There's really not no time for the extras. You know what I mean? Like them brothers was in that boat, and no thought in their mind was no type of division. Like, oh no, you gotta get off the boat. No, dog, you gotta get off the boat. You believe that? Oh no, you gotta get off the boat. I think we need to have that same mentality and realize what type of condition that we're in. This is life or death right now. You know what I mean? This is life or death, man. It's either unite or die. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
tell people, I tell people, if you want to do that division, if you want to switch, change the division of the doctrines, let's get our land for. Let's get out of this oppression first. Then we can do that. Then we can
Yeah.
say, okay, we OT. Let's make our nation. You ONT. I want to, but I'd rather be free first. I'd rather have our land first and doing what we're supposed to do first. Because by us, like you said, by us arguing under oppression ain't gonna get us out of oppression. It's gonna keep us here. And I'm realizing that, I used to be one of the people that go at the ONT people all the time, but now I be dealing with them. I'm trying to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even try. I don't want to keep talking about scriptures. Let's talk about what we can do as a group of
Yeah.
people. Because these kept people are powerful. I know some OT people that's powerful. That people got money. That we can actually put stuff into land. And we can actually create stuff. We don't got to do it here. We can go somewhere else or wherever we want to go. You know what I'm saying? But we got to stop making everything a big argument because there's a different. I tell people there's a difference between debating and arguing. Debating, each person is supposed to learn from each other. That's why it's called sharpening each other up. You know what I'm saying?
No
We
doubt.
don't supposed to argue. When it gets to that arguing and it gets to, oh, you dumb and you stupid and you this and that, that's when it goes to a nothing when nobody's gonna learn anything from each other. Because I'm not gonna learn from you if you cussing me out. I don't care if you tell the truth or not. You see what I'm saying? It's a way we got to really deal with each other. And the OT and just imagine how powerful we would be, man, if the OT and NT Israelites get together, man. You know what I'm saying? Just look how powerful the camps is just alone, and that's not all NT Israelites.
That was what the Hebrew war machine was all about, to show that it can be done, and it was done. You know what I mean? With that it had its time, and it was prosperous. You know what I'm saying? And it was a good example for other people to follow. I always think about, like, when before the fall of Jerusalem, right? You had different sects of Israelites. You had the Pharisees, the Zealots, the Essenes, like, you know what I mean? You had all type of different Israelites, and they all was bickering back and forth with each other. Meanwhile, the Romans surrounded the gates, and we already know what happened after that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that should be enough of an example to us to unite, because not only are the gates surrounded, but we're behind the enemy lines. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're totally surrounded. You think they care about whether you OT or NT? You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't care about our doctrines, man. They gonna kill us dead if they get the chance. Like, and it's a problem for me, because looking at it and just seeing all the division, and a lot of it is nonsense. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense. Like, and they don't have that same energy in other situations. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that same energy at work. You know what I mean? You're not going to just cuss out your boss and say, oh, y'all this and y'all that. Like, you're not going to have that same energy for him, but you'll have that same energy for your brother, the same one that's struggling with you. You know what I mean? It just don't make no sense, man. It's retarded. You know, it's retarded. It has to stop. You know, and there has to be more dialogues like this. More brothers coming together. You know, crossing aisles, man. Like, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? We ain't always got to agree. That scripture, everybody bring it up. Two walk together, you can't agree. That's really not true, because you do it in other walks of life. And you tell me, oh, well, I need a paycheck. Well, we need to live. we gotta live. What you mean? Like, this is life or death, man. It's unite or die. It's life or
And
death.
that's why I tell people, like, people will say I have a lot of hate and I hate a lot. And I tell people, man, I'm one of the only people who is an Israelite who you would see me on live with, a comedic person, who you would see me on live with, a person that studied voodoo. I don't care, even though I don't agree with it and I do speak against it, that doesn't mean I don't love the person. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
You can like what a person does, but you still, that don't mean you hate the person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Me and my friends, when we had melanated minds, it was like the war machine, but it was different. I had a Kemet, I had a Pan African, and it was an Israelite, all us together. But we are talking about that we are the same people under oppression, and we can still deal with each other. Even if I don't agree with you do, me and you can have a great debate. We can argue. I mean, we can yell at each other and everything. But after that debate, we are still friends. We still sit around. We still deal with each other. I don't have to hate you because of what I don't agree with you. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, that and that's why I stopped really trying to disrespect the Christians, like a regular Christians, because I look at it like my mama is a Christian, my damn near family
Right.
is a Christian.
See, that
You
was
know,
another point I was gonna get at.
and my mama, and I'm gonna tell you right now, my mama, man, my mama debate that Christianity harder than I ever seen anybody. We go verse to verse. We you know what I'm saying? And it got to the end of the day, man, I can't do nothing but respect that faith. She ain't gonna let me stop her from believing what she believed in. 'Cause
Right.
that kept her alive her whole life. So at the end of the day, all us don't really know anything. The only thing we do know is we are oppressed. We do know what happened to us and what happened to our people and what they're doing to us here. That's what we do know.
Right. There's no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. I seen that book collection too you got, man. That thing greedy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just put that up there, man, because uh, it's like, man, when you teaching the truth, man, it's like it's so hard because the truth, a lot of people don't like it, don't listen to it, and then when something happens, and they might come back to it. So and then a lot of people's coming to me and talking about you need to read, you need to study. So I just put the books up, just let them know, man. I've been doing this, and you already know I've been on here since 2012, man. We've been talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
So I tell people a lot of stuff y'all talk about now, man. I was talking about years ago. That's old to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
I just
that's
come.
the growth. That's the growth thing, and that's another thing. A lot of people haven't grown yet. You know what I mean? And we gotta understand that. Like when I first came in, I was angry. Like I didn't want to really unite with nobody like that either. You know what I'm saying? Like what I mean? You start to read certain things, learn certain things, and now you just like you just gassed up. You know what I mean? So I can understand that when you first come in, but I'm talking about like brothers that been in this for 5 years plus. Man, you should be at a level of growth that not only can you defend your doctrine, so it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to build with the people you need to build with. You know what I mean? I don't really. If you stay the same for the last 5 years, you still got the same doctrine. That's a problem. You're not a growing plant.
And see, a
Not
dude
a
came
growing
to me
plant
one
at that
time. He
point.
was like, "You don't know what you is." He said, first you're African, then you was a kid, then you're Egyptian." I said, "Man, because y'all seeing me grow." Yeah, I said, if I don't, if you hear me talk about the same thing every day, that means I'm not learning anymore. That means I'm not studying anymore. That means I'm stuck in this doctrine that I think that's real. Now, if I keep studying and studying, you're going to hear me one month. I might be talking about this. Then the next month, I might be talking about a whole different thing because I'm learning. Is I, you can learn for 50 years and you're still going to learn stuff new. You see what I'm saying? I talked to elders who was just Israelites and then they transform into, something else that's a little bit deeper. I don't hate it because that's what they do when they study. You know what I'm saying? But it gets to a different level. When I first came in, I was a Christian. Then I became an Egyptian. Then I became, started studying the Wapians. Then I started studying the moral stuff. Then I started studying, but Dr. Ben and stuff. I say I elevated into an Israelite. It ain't just like I just came one day and just be like, I want to be an Israelite. I found this, and when I found the Israelite thing, it made more sense than anything else that I ever studied, and that's why I stayed with the Israelite thing. But I'm starting to understand how the Bible stuff works, how language works. I mean, and when you start, when you start studying like down into the deeper Hebrew, you start to understand that the English ain't the same, and the trickery that they doing. So now when you be like, well, the book is tampered with, the book. What if I tell people all the time, how can we follow Solomon? Like I ask people like about Solomon, how can we follow Solomon? When do you know when to follow Solomon? When Solomon became wicked and turned his back on God. So when is the good? What is the good wisdom that he gives us, and what is the bad wisdom? So we got to break that down too. You see what I'm saying? We can't just look at this man and be like, "Oh, this is Solomon and what he said." Let's understand what is he talking about. Is everything he talking about the right thing? Because he at a point of time became wicked and worship other gods. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's, I
I
mean,
definitely
it ain't
feel
like
you.
I'm saying hit the Bible, but it's like we got to understand that these people are so slick, man. They are so deep with it. These people are not dumb. They are smart people. Their oppressor is smart, and that's why they kept us like this so long.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I mean, I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, but
Yeah,
I I I crack open my sword. You know what I mean? Crack my sword open. But I'm
yeah,
tired of reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the Bible. I'm at the level where like I'm trying to actually we got to live this thing out now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We got to live this thing out, man. We can't just be reading and reading and reading and reading. I mean, I read. Trust me, I read, man. My book collection, nice, man. I read, but there's a certain level to where this knowledge ain't gonna do you no good without that action. You know what I'm saying? Without them boots on the ground, without actually go visit some elderly sister sometime. Like it don't have to even be a big thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't big to you to go stop at a sister's house, or elderly sister or elderly brother that can't get out to a congregation, you know what I mean, and build with her. You know what I'm saying? That's big to her. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of boots on the ground we need to be doing. Like, you know what I mean? We always need to be constantly moving and progressing and being active. You know what I'm saying? Because reading the Bible ain't going that law ain't going to get us to the kingdom, man. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? There has to be more substance to that. You know what I mean? And if you don't really see that, then you're going to get left behind. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Like, you know, there's a lot of talk and not enough walk. Like, you know what I mean? Like you really have to have some type of boots on the ground. You know what I mean? And everybody got their own lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, your lane better than that. You know what I mean? Being woke or whatever is subjective. You know what I'm saying? It's subjective. It's a subjective thing. You know what I mean? You can't. One person might think woke is knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I really don't equate woke to knowledge because some of the most knowledgeable people I see are not even woke. You know what I'm saying? So like you have being woke to me is an action. You know what I mean? It's putting some boots on the ground. It's going to go do the work. You know what I mean? Not reading the Bible, but being the Bible. You know what I mean? There's a clear difference.
Yeah, I call that sleepwalking. You know, what I call it sleep. You half woke, but you're not spiritually woke. You just mentally woke, but you're not spiritually woke. You don't understand that faith is not just belief. It's faith is doing, and that's why I told people like, I don't know if I don't know if you know about when I was homeless. I put everything on Facebook because I wanted the people to see me grow. I used to be I was homeless for 7 years. I was sleeping outside. You know what I'm saying? I started reading the Bible. I started applying what the Bible told me. And I started living that way. And then all of a sudden I got a job. You know what I'm saying? I got a place. I started doing, I got a car. You know what I'm saying? I got my GED. I was one of the people, man, I thought I supposed to be dead at 21. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't care about life. I'm thinking like, oh, I'm just going to die. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be able to drive. I'm never going to have a GED. I'm 35, just got my license. You know what I'm saying? I started to learn patience because I found out that God put me in that spot, man, because he put me there because when I got what I needed, I appreciated more. And I understand it. It didn't break me. It made me stronger. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I understand what you're saying. You got to walk it, man. You got to, I tell people when I teach, I try to do myself to the best ability, man. You see what I'm saying? I try to live that life to the best ability as I can. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if I'm teaching a person, don't do this, I'm going to try my hardest not to do it. I'm not going to contradict myself because that's how people are going to understand. Yeah. And I have people that from the streets that hit me up, my homies, my cousins, some of them are Israelites now, and they say, man, you know what I'm saying? You make me want to do this because the action, how I see what you did. Not because you talk, because I seen you got out of homelessness. I seen you do this. I've seen you do this. You're working. And it don't matter where I work at, you know what I'm saying? But I'm working so hard that I can do what I can do, and I can pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful, more grateful than a lot of people because I know how it feels to have nothing. I know how it feels to sleep outside in the cold. You see what I'm saying? When it's snowing, when it's hot, 100 degrees outside. I know about that. So I understand exactly what you mean. Faith don't, and the Bible says faith don't mean nothing without works, man. If you ain't, if you could pray all you want to, you could pray for a car or a house, but if you ain't got no job, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If you think God just gonna come down here and give you a car job, no, he gonna tell you, man, I gave you the power to do what you supposed to do. So you can pray for the strength to give me this job or strength to give me what I need to do to get this car and house. But don't pray for no house and car because that's something you supposed to be able to get yourself, man. That's something you gotta work and go get.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think the base though it should stay simple. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people can't handle unity. That's what I realized. Like a lot of people can't handle unity. It's sad, but so to get a structure, I always say, man, food, clothes, and shelter, man. Everybody needs that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs that. So there's no way to ever get around food, clothes, and shelter. You know what I mean? That's a definite unifying point that we should build from there on. You know what I mean? Definitely should build from there. If not nothing else. You know what I'm saying? If not nothing else.
I feel like we gotta trust each other too, man, because I dealt with people, man, who We were trying to one time do a thing for Flint, Michigan. We was gonna put up some
Mm,
money and start buying waters and send it to Flint, Michigan. And the whole problem was who go deal with the money. How
mm,
we know you run off with the money.
right.
This and that. That's another problem that we have with each other that don't no other race have. I live around Mexicans right now. Five of them live in a big ass 5, 6 room house. All of them work at the same place. All of them helping take care of themselves. We the
Unity.
only. I can't get up 4 people and say let's go buy this house right here. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Because they gonna think, oh, you trying to get me, you trying to get the real problem that's going on. We have to get the trust back amongst each other.
Right. Yeah. I mean, economics is another important thing, man, that we ain't really trying to build on. Like, there's ways that we can help each other without spending a dollar. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people with businesses, and they be posting their businesses on, and they can't even get a like. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even talking about a share. I'm talking about a like. You know what I mean? Getting a business in the algorithms so other people could see it that might need it and it might spend some money. You might not spend no money, but at least the very least thing you could do is like their business page. Like, you know what I mean? That not only boosts their algorithms, but it might get them a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? But we won't even do that. You know what I mean? It's a problem. Like, we need to unify on all fronts because without economics, how we gonna have food, clothes, and shelter? You know what I mean? We ain't got no infrastructure, none. You know what I'm saying? But we won't support people trying to build infrastructure. Like, it just don't make no sense, man. It's sad. You know what I mean? And to see it at this level, you know what I mean? At the Israelite level is disheartening. You know what I mean? It's disheartening to know that you could have some of the highest knowledge in the world but be so stupid. You know what I mean? It's almost like an oxymoron. It's just there's just
I
too
thought
many people. It's become a religion. You know what I mean? To the point. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think half of these people believe what they learning off other people. Sometimes they just want to go with the flow. You know what I mean? And that's another problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really have the solutions, man, but I have ideas, you know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to work. Like, if a brother was to hit me anytime, like, you need help promoting your business, even if it ain't in Pittsburgh. Say you got a mixtape, you a Hebrew artist or something, or artist period. May uplifting the community. You can send me your flyers. I'll pass them joints out. I'll post them up, bus stops, all that. You know what I'm saying? We need that type of support. I might not be able to reach LA, but there might be a market for my business in LA. You know what I mean? It don't cost some things don't cost money. You know what I'm saying? Some things just take time. People don't even want to devote their time to their brother. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't got a couple dollars to give all the time, but you got time. Make some time. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Bible teaches. You know what I'm saying? To do the work, man. Work ain't work, and that's subjective because everybody has their own lane. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own lane. I ain't gonna knock nobody as long as they working, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get up. You know what I'm saying? Go work. You know what I'm saying? Like, unity has to come from within a person. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that's just going to be given to us. You know what I mean? It has to already exist in that person.
yeah, and that's why I tell people I got I don't know if you've seen a couple of my other labs. I got a thing called business man that I do with labs. All people who selling clothes, who
Mm-hmm.
doing books, writing books, anything that you're doing, hit me up, man. I do interviews. I ain't charging. I don't do none of that stuff. I'm just trying to help you promote your product. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I want people to start buying, and I believe people has to. Our black people, as far as black people, we have to know a person, feel like we know a person personally, and I feel like Lab helps people learn and know people because so much
Mm-hmm.
people hide behind Facebook pictures and stuff like that. You don't know who's real and who's not. You don't know who's scamming, who's not. So when you get
Right.
on Lab, they see you talking, they see you showing your stuff. I would have me as a buyer, I would feel more comfortable buying from you. You You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because you're letting yourself be seen and you're letting yourself be heard and you're speaking and telling people exactly what you're doing and what your business is. So again, anybody want to hit me up? I got a thing called Business Minded that I interview on live, man. Bring your products, show it. You know what I'm saying? I give you a couple questions to help you
that's
promote the
real.
stuff. Share it
That's
to
real.
different groups. I tell people like I help different ways. Everybody might not have the same path to help. There's other people, you might be more of a streaker that's out in the street. People get meet people and go out of places. I might be more of a just I can help this way, I can help that way.
Right.
That person might help this way. We as long as we trying to help, as long as we trying
Right.
to help each other to help black businesses because it ain't a lot of black businesses on in the physical. Like where I'm from, it ain't a lot of black business. I only know one man that got a black business. I mean, it's not black. I'm not saying like grass cutting. I'm talking about like a store, a corner store.
But that's
I only know
crazy. You
person.
know that's crazy. We got black people got 1.2 trillion dollar buying power. That's annual. That's annual, man. Like the money we spend on Christmas alone could build schools. Like we spend so much money, but are so poured on. Everybody sees that the Yiddish man calls us liquid money. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what they say behind our backs, man. They come into our neighborhoods. They ain't doing nothing but raping and pillaging. Economically. But we can't unify enough to be able to. I seen a lecture by Dr. Clyde Anderson, and he was saying, he understands the problem in black businesses. Sometimes it might be a little bit more, and the service might not be right. So what? You know what I'm saying? So what? Spend it, and pull that brother to the side. He said, pull that brother to the side and say, yo, man, you should do this. I mean, I really ain't feeling the way you do it. Like at least share with that brother and try to tell him, like, you know what I mean? Give him a shot. Even if he don't hear you, he might not, but give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? I think we give up on our people too much. You know what I'm saying? A black man has got one time to mess up and you ain't going back. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like have some patience with that brother. Like he trying to do something you ain't. You know what I mean? And even if you is trying to do it, if you is, then you should definitely be pulling him under your wing and teaching him something. You know what I mean? But we just don't have that type of mindset. You know what I mean? It's so sad. And economic unity is definitely needed. I know a lot of Israelites teach against money. Like it don't make no sense. Like you're not planning nothing for your future, for your children. Like what type of legacy is you trying to leave behind? Like I don't really understand that mindset. You know what I mean? But you'll go to work every day. If you really think that this ain't gonna last long enough to really build a future, then just go live under a bridge or something, man, until you think it's gonna blow up. No, just get out the way. You know what I mean? Because we really don't have time. Like I said, man, we behind enemy lines, man. Like, and if that ain't obvious, then you are in the way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just in the way. A lot of people are distractions. A lot of people are just placed in your life to be a distraction. And these things need to be cleaned up, and you have to recognize that spirit. Test these spirits out here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. I mean, if you don't want to unify, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I still love you though, and I'm gonna still rock with you. I'm not gonna turn my back on you because one day you might need me. One day I might need you, and I hope you there for me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the type of mentality that we have to bring, man. We have to bring that to the table. And like you were saying, like your thing might be walking the streets, or your thing might be, helping people this way. Like just get your lane and walk in it. You know what I mean? Get in your lane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. Everything else gonna work out. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta do the most high job. He got it. You know what I mean? All we gotta do is gather ourselves together, man. He loves to see that. You know what I mean? Don't you know the most high love unity? He loves
Yeah,
that. He hates
yeah,
things he hates is discord. He hates discord. You know what I mean? Division amongst his people. You know what I mean? Imagine this, right? You come down, you got 4 kids. You come downstairs and they all arguing amongst each other all the time. Like, as a father, that's heartbreaking. You know what I mean? If your children hate each other, what type of father wouldn't be heartbroken from his children hating each other? Like it just don't make sense, man. It's not logic. It's just not logical.
yeah. And we just and yeah, it's just I see a lot of hatred Israelites, man, and I hate to say it like that, but There's some Israelites, man, that come into the truth, man, and they just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I understand it because, like you said, I don't first came into the truth here, and I know when you first come into the truth, man, and it's a shocking. It's like
Yeah.
when you first getting up, it's like a shocking. It's like, damn, I never thought it was like this and that. I can't trust nothing. I don't like nothing. You know, it's like you just against everything. You know what I'm saying? And uh, I started learning more. And I might argue like what I do now. You know how I get people to laugh? I argue with them off Facebook. I start up a debate, and if I see that this person really believe what he's saying and really has and really I can see he really studies, I said, man, come on, laugh with me. And if you ever look at any of my lives, I never debated, I never argued with anybody on my live because that's not what I'm really trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I want you to come on here and I want you to teach what you know, man, because what you know might can help somebody else. It don't matter what I might don't like, but somebody else might hear that and say, you know what, I like what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna follow that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm trying to really do, man. Like different, it's different lanes, it's different things that we have to do. And we gotta stop debating is not bad, but if we not debating to better each other, then it's nothing but arguing. And that's what we got to start understanding that too. Arguing is not the same thing as debating. Debating, we supposed to learn from each other. I'm supposed to, whatever I feel like what you're saying is true, I'm supposed to take it and study it myself. I don't supposed to say, no, it's fake because I don't know nothing about it. Just because you don't know nothing about it doesn't mean it's not real. And
Right.
that's a lot of things that I had to learn. I don't get on people about voodoo, all this stuff, and I started learning, I started listening to the stuff, and I started seeing what I am not said I'll ever do voodoo, I'll ever do stuff like that, but I'm starting to see how the trickery of a lot of things that our ancestors or did that they made it a lot of stuff that stuff evil until a point where we think is evil. So I don't mean I'm not saying voodoo is good or not, but I'm saying I know people that do it and they're not bad people. You know what I'm saying? And the way they talk to me about voodoo, I have a better understanding of it. Not meaning that I would ever do it, but I have a better understanding of it than I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I
never got
got I
into
got a
voodoo like
question.
that, but I feel you on like
Can I make
different
can I ask a
schools of
question?
thought. Like I got all type of books. Like I got all type of PDF
Am
files
I
on
still
every. That's
muted?
one thing I learned
Can I,
when I started going out and teaching. It's like you gotta be ready like for every school of thought anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody come up to you like like a Nuwapian, like that's when I learned that has to be true. A Nuwapian came up and I ain't really know too much about. I knew a little bit about Dr. York, but I ain't really know too much about the Nuwapian doctrine like that. You know what I'm saying? So but I was with a brother that did. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for him, I probably would have been looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I went right home and was like, man, what's going on? So I had to study and learn. You know what I mean? And from there on, I grabs up everything from every different school of thought. You know what I mean? And I sit there and I
can I
study it.
ask
You
a
know what I mean? I
question?
got the book of coming forth by day and by night. You know what I'm saying? I got the teachings of Ptah, like all of that. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta dig into it, man. Like you can't be blinded and just be thinking like you could just survive off the Bible out here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be looking stupid. You know what I mean? You're gonna be looking quite stupid
Yes.
because a
Can
lot
I
of
ask a question?
historical things have happened since then. And if you don't really understand history, it's kind of hard to understand the conditions that we're in right now.
It should be over like 2 weeks.
Benaiah, Israel said,
Can we get some
when you
dialogue?
do
Can I ask a
when you
question,
do
bro?
become
Y'all just
your
going back
successor,
and forth
we have
talking
what
about the
I
same
got,
thing.
man. You better get yours mentality.
Kareem, you can start the
Yeah,
video.
that's my shout out, man. Shout out, bro. Mad love. You already know. But yeah, we definitely we definitely do. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. You know what I mean? It's like almost like they say crab in the barrel mentality. The realest thing I ever seen about that phrase though is that a burrow is not the indigenous habitat of a crab.
It's talking
You
about
know what I
unifying
mean? So
humanity.
so that to me with that phrase,
What I mean with our people, man. This is what I mean with our people. We gotta start getting better than this, man. Everything ain't about arguing all the damn time of who right. That shit don't mean nothing. It ain't gonna stop nothing, and it ain't gonna change nothing. You could debate 100 times and shit. If that shit ain't changing the community and it changing what's going on with our people, man, then it don't mean nothing. And let's be for real on that. So either you really trying to change it or you not. Because being a top debater and being right don't mean nothing.
when all your people push your ass. But anybody want to say?
He don't even realize that it's a video plan. He's just so anxious to get on here to ask his question, interrupt the video that's going, talking about are y'all, you basically don't even realize that there's three people on the panel. We're watching the video, it's almost done, and you couldn't even wait to ask your question. You're not even really listening to the video because the video is speaking on people like you. Let's go.
That means that you have to have some type of compassion for our environment that we're in too. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of brothers that be hard, and I do be hard on them brothers a little bit that be hateful. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean I hate them just because I might try to correct them. Like I honestly, like if anybody was to hit my inbox or even try to do it publicly and I'm wrong, I mean I love correction. Like without correction, you can't grow. You know what I'm saying? Without making mistakes, sometimes mistakes is some of the hardest and best lessons that you can ever get sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Um, so is there anything else you really want to say before we go out? You know, I don't like breaking my videos long because you know I have the attention span of people. So I like
Yeah, people want to, brothers, they see an hour, they ain't watching that thing. They ain't watching that. I just want to say, man, peace and love to Israel, man. I got y'all in my prayers, man. And I really hope that we can soften our hearts because a lot of us are just hard-hearted. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. You know what I mean? We have to soften our hearts, man, and come together and genuinely love each other beyond doctrine. You know what I mean? Love should extend beyond doctrine. You know, the Most High got us, man. If we really got faith, then that's what you should believe. You know what I mean? You should believe that the Most High got us regardless. You should be able to walk into the fire. You know what I mean? Spiritual fire. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to. You know what I mean? If not, then we really should be praying for the faith of our forefathers. Soften y'all hearts, man. I love y'all, man. Soften y'all hearts, man. That's all I got to
I just
say.
want to say, you know, we've been brothers for a long time, man. Anytime you want to speak on anything, man, just hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
No
I
doubt.
love doing things, you know, cause it, like I said, I learn from you, you learn from me, man. You know, and I've been watching a long time, even from the Hebrew War Machine. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we don't be watching each other. You know, I watch you. You know, just keep up your work, man. Don't disappear again, man, cause you've been gone for a minute. Don't think I don't know that either. But you know.
No doubt. No
And any of y'all
doubt.
brothers over here, y'all want to speak on too? Come on, man. Let's start talking, man. Building, man. Let's start doing what we got to do. We got to meet up one day. We just meet up. I just got my license, so I get a rental car, man. Come out of state and come see if I have to, man. You know, that's what we got to do. We gonna do this, man. You
No
know.
doubt.
So peace out, shalom to everybody, man.
No doubt, Doc. Shalom, man. Mad love, bro. Mad
You
love.
too, man. Peace out.
Peace.
That's what I tried to tell him. It was over in like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? He's so steady, trying to be right, man.
Yeah, I see. I noticed something about the video.
Oh, that's it. I didn't even know that was you. I was like, who's that with the H right? I couldn't see the name.
Yeah, the video
So
posed the
why do you?
question that how could could Old Testament and New Testaments like unify or be amongst each other? You know, it's a
Yeah,
sad supposition, man, to even pose that question. You understand?
yeah,
Especially when you got African Americans up under whatever faith or even no faith amongst each other who can break their neck to go live amongst white folks and in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying, live happily ever after amongst black folks, but they have to fix their mind to pose the question, can Old Testament and New Testament live together? And both of these people swear that they up under the constitution of God's laws. I don't get that, but I mean, some things are just beyond me, man. You know, I guess maybe
yeah.
in the New Testament,
And some people,
maybe it's
and I'm
because,
Old Testament. My whole family is Christians. Like I go to my mama in them house. I sit there with my mama. They Christians. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
argued with Jesus before, and I got told I stopped doing it because I'm not gonna change her mind. So it's like I have a discussions now. I try not to get the get into the big. He don't exist. He this is not him. He's not the son. You know what I mean? I don't do none of that because
Yeah.
I already told people what I truly believe. I just don't agree with certain things. You see
See
what I'm
there. See
saying? But
there.
we understand that the New Testament
So
does
what?
have prophecy in history.
So
We
why?
got.
So why are y'all talking about y'all? Hold on. Why are y'all talking about y'all don't understand? And then you got a brother on the panel that can explain, but y'all sitting there here judging and talking about me, talking about I hate people. What proof do you have that I hate any black person?
Brother, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I said we
No, you
talking
do
about
know what I'm
uniting.
talking about. Answer the question. No,
I
brother,
said we
answer the
talking about.
question.
I said we talking
Don't
about.
run
I
and
said we talking.
deflect and say you
Hold
don't
on,
know
hold
what
on.
I'm
I
talking
said we
about
talking
when
about.
the
I said we talking about
question was
uniting.
clear.
And you getting on the show and you trying to debate and prove you right or wrong. I don't know what are you
How
talking
did I?
about?
Hold on, bro. I did
You
look.
said
What
somebody
you're
you hate.
doing is
You said
called for.
somebody you hate people.
Okay, now you're
You said
talking
somebody
over
you hate
me.
people. Yeah, no,
You
but
talk for
you're not
you
gonna
talk for the
you're not gonna
longest
land me, bro.
time, and you won't
You're not
even
gonna
let your
land me.
brother talk.
What you mean?
Look how
No,
disrespectful you are.
you're not gonna lie. Period. You're not gonna lie on me because you said something I didn't say. Now, as an Old Testament Israelite as you supposed to be, now admit that what you said was wrong because I never said you hated nobody. So admit that that was wrong what you said. Are you going to admit that, or do you not follow the Torah? Do you not follow things? That's supposed to be a brother then, right? You said I said you hate. I ain't said nothing about you hate. I said I hate when people get on here trying to debate people, and we got a united video, and you're trying to cause debate and talk about who's right and who's wrong, and none of that shit matters right now. That shit
Did
do
you
not
did you
matter.
say anything about no, bro? Did you say anything about people hating? Yes or no?
People hating.
He said he hated.
Yeah,
Oh
I heard
my
what you
God,
said.
man. That's all y'all been talking about for the last half hour about people hating and getting along. I don't hate no brothers. I'm the world of blacks. I love black people. And I guarantee you, if I put my resume up to any of y'all, you would not be able to stand next to me in community service of years in the black community and saving lives in the black community. That's what I do. Not only in the United States, but worldwide. What are you talking about?
What
Now,
the hell? What that got to do with anything?
I
because
don't
y'all
know
sitting up here
about that.
judging.
I don't know about that, but that was a
I
very
know it's a lot you
judgmental
don't know.
statement. You
What
know,
ain't no
Say it
judgment
again.
about?
I don't know. I don't know about. I don't. When you compare yourself to anybody, okay, compare yourself to me, bro. You can't compare to me, bro. You don't know me, my brother. I mean, to be honest
Exactly.
with you, bro. Hold up. I actually liked you up until today, bro. Vouched for you, still had your back and everything, bro. But you do get a little bit beside yourself, my man. All right,
Yeah.
you up in here picking fights, bro.
Who the fuck, man? I don't know. I don't know what that was. It's like I don't even know.
Eric.
You don't have to
You don't
come in here
have to come in
causing
here causing
contention.
contention. Wait, hold on. No, see what it is he's listening to the video thinking there's people on the panel talking about him. Okay? He's talking about the guy. He's thinking that he's thinking that it's a fresh panel and that we're talking about him, but he don't realize that it was a
That's a
video
video.
plan
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
he's actually arguing with the video.
And
And
that's
he's not
crazy. Like I
understanding
said,
how old is this video? Hold on, Terry, hold on. How old is this video?
This sounds like, man, this is
Eric?
probably like 4 5 years old.
4 or 5 years old. So nobody's talking about you. So no, you're not coming back up here because you want to argue. And I just told you we was watching a video. And I continued the video and you talking about the man is saying you hate it. The man ain't talking about you. This is already a pre-recorded video that he was playing. This is already a planned discussion. You had nothing to do with this discussion. So I think you need to stay away from this discussion because you arguing with a video that's 5 years old. You're a dum dum.
You know, I watch Eric and I see him get down, and I kind of liked the brother. I mean, really, but sometimes he just gets a little bit beside himself. Sometimes he starts to suffer from
You
the
mean
Dunham
Michael? That's
Kruger.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
That's Michael, not Eric. Yeah.
Yeah, he get to suffering from the Dunning Kruger effect.
No, he want to get a debate in, and nobody respect him, and everybody been putting him off the panel. So he's trying to just get his little conversation, which I said I was going to give him a chance to speak on what he wanted to speak on, but he's over here trying to debate us and go against us, and I'm trying to give him a chance to talk about whatever he wanted to talk about, but it seems like he's against us in the video.
I mean, he all right for what he agree with and what he don't agree with. But there's order, there's an order in the way things should go. You just don't come up here disrupting things. I mean, that's just crazy. This is a debate league, and he could talk all of this and all of that. I swear, I bear the title the most formidable Israelite alive. If he want to test his spar with me, set it up on any subject. If you want to see who is the man above man, we could duke it out intellectually, and we could end that. Other than that, man, be respectful and have some order.
It's not about that. We have panels sometimes that we bring open discussion and try to deal with the community and talk about Bible and everything and build together. That's why. It's not just about
when I ended my statement, I said that he should have some order. Other than that, until then, have some order, man. That was just completely out of order, bro. The scriptures say, let everything be done with decency and in order, bro. Don't let your goods be evil spoken of, bro. We Old Testament brothers, bro. You shouldn't have that much contention, brother. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
John.
Jonathan.
What I notice about this man is, see, he looking for leverage. You understand? Now, just like Karima was saying, the video 5 years old, and I'm watching it on TV, and I could clearly see it's a video. Now, where your eyeballs at? Nobody on the video was talking about you. See, you must have went to acting school because all you bring to the table is drama, sadness. That's all you bring. You don't come on the panel with no real hardcore facts to prove a damn thing, but you want to speak. Listen, get your shit right, man, or don't come back on this panel, man. And I'm not just saying that. Jay will say that, Karima say that, Terry will say that, and Eric the mad scientist. This brother here, I don't know your name. Sorry, bro. I don't know your name. But he'll say the same damn thing. This is a station and a platform where you bringing out truth. All right? Sometimes you're going to debate, but debates are bringing about truth. That's what we're trying to do. If you ain't going to come on here and display the truth, then keep your ass off the platform, man. Don't come on here, man. Don't come on Cornop's platform, and don't come on this. Get your own goddamn platform and talk that bullshit all you want. We don't want to hear it. Nobody else want to hear it, man. I talk with Terry all the time. I'm the whole Bible in Terry's old T. But me and him get along, don't we, T?
Man, we talk for hours, bro. Hours.
Was I talking to you today?
Yeah. I mean, throughout the week, we put in 10, 20 hours talking. That's why, like I said, it's a catastrophe to even ask the question: can New Testament and Old Testament live amongst each other? I know New Testament, Old Testament got scriptures that say don't be equally, equally yoked. with unbelievers.
Unbelievers.
And then you got New Testament scriptures that says that, oh, if they don't believe in Christ, they condemned already. But you gotta put all of that stuff aside.
I'm a,
Can't no book decipher who you love and who you don't love.
and
Okay.
the
And
judgment
if you
ain't.
following
Yeah.
Yah's laws should be the standard, not what Paul or any man had to say.
Mm, true.
You know? Yeah.
But the problem is, listen, the man don't understand what it is to bring forth a speech of encouragement. You understand? That's what we
Yeah.
trying to do here. We trying to bring forth truth to encourage people to learn, to encourage people to study, to encourage people to try to find out. All you do, whether you come on here, whether you come on FOPE, is bring forth confusion. That's all I see with your ass. I don't see you bringing out and if you want to come on here, you come back on here, you be respectful, you can come back. But if you're going to play the part of a nigga, then stay your ass off. Because nobody don't want to hear that shit, man. What you got to bring to the table that can fix black people in America? Tell me, nigga. What you got?
See, I don't think that if you got the truth, everybody got this truth,
Right.
But I believe and they wanna fight the truth, they wanna defend the truth. But if you got the truth, I've always said this, that the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend the lion. All you have to do is let it loose and it'll defend itself. The truth. You don't even have to defend the truth. All you have to do is just speak it and it'll defend itself. If you speaking something and it's not defending itself and you got to defend it, I'm telling you, somewhere between you and what you saying is not the truth, brother.
And another thing, you know what he thinks? He thinks he's defending that he got the standard blueprint of the Most High. It's like he got a direct line to the Father and the Father's feeding him information. Nigga, nobody on this panel got no direct line to him. We know what we know because we study to show ourselves approved. That's what we trying to do. This here platform should be about bringing forth truth. All right? The contention that we got, that shit should be over with, man. Old T, new T, the thing that's supposed to bring your ass together is that you know you the people of the book. And let the Lord settle the beef between OT, new T. He gonna settle that beef. Stop arguing about it. Let him bring forth the knowledge and the truth of the old and new. And one day we're going to see it the way he wanted to be seen. Point blank. That's it.
I agree. I agree with 100% what he's saying. I agree. I agree with JT saying 100%. You know what I mean? Like that's why I was saying let me turn this AC. That's why I was saying we need to. We get together. We can do all that. We can do all that
Matt,
argument and disagreement. We can do that
right.
inside. We
I
can do
ain't
that
want
once
to
we
get too
together
hard.
and
I
get
ain't want
stuff
to get
going.
too hard, but you know what I'm saying?
But see, this is what we saying about New Testament, Old Testament, where Israel come together. See, you came in here and came with an energy that was needed. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't trying to rationalize. You wasn't trying to reason. You just spit your truth and you got on out of there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what Jonathan good for. Jonathan, one of those last den enforcement, one of the enforcement agencies. I was the head enforcer around here. I might have to take the badge off and give it to Jonathan. Let him enforce. I want to teach.
Listen, I'm about teaching too. But like I say here, bro, listen, man, like you got people that go to school, acting school to learn how to act. Listen, I'm going to tell you like it is. You're a bad actor. You're a bad actor. Okay? You come on here you talk, you speak, but does anybody really learn anything by what you say?
Well, I've learned from the brother. That's the crazy part about it. That's why I say,
What did you learn from him?
well, I'm not going to get into it because he was debating with the New Testament brothers and he came with some scriptures that was some ass crackers. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I respect the brother's knowledge. The brother got knowledge, but his wisdom and how to act. You know what I'm saying? He needs to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Because the brother's a knowledgeable man. He just needs to fine tune himself and not be adversarial against the children of Yah. You know, we had all Old Testament
That's what I
Israelites up
said.
here.
Is that
Listen,
debate stuff, man? That
Jonathan,
debate stuff just got to us too much. You know what I mean?
look,
Everybody
man,
want to be right. I want to be on top.
we had all Old Testament Israelites on here, man. We could have rocked out, bro.
Yeah.
You heard me? We could have
Yeah.
rocked all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. But but a New Testament Israelite has to step in and show him how it's done, and that's what I'm gonna be about when I bring up my presentation. Now I'm going to be an Old Testament Israelite, and we're going to show y'all how we do this. I'm going to preach the New Testament today.
Hey, give me a ranking chart from from 1 to 10. How you think on the video?
uh, I like the information in the video. I didn't like the platform, you know, because you couldn't hardly really get into it. I couldn't hardly hear like I wanted to.
You couldn't see who talking basically.
Yeah, you couldn't see who
That's
talking.
before that's before the Zoom and all that stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know, but the information was 100. You know, you was one of the guys that told me, you know, about just the vocals alone. Sometimes just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people want to see. You know.
Yeah.
But
But
other
see,
than
this
that,
this
man,
was
the
more like a
information was
topic.
solid.
This is basically a topic picker, and then after every video, I wanted other people to be on here that we speak about it and build on it. But people kind of came on late, way after the videos, because my videos was short. They won't like long ass videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you was coming on today. I didn't know what time, and I was pretty much and still is very much unprepared. That's why you see me with the different. I'm under on a different computer, under a different Gmail and all of that because my favorite baby, which is my cell phone, because it's portable. I get to handhold it. You know,
You could go anywhere with it.
the battery is about down on it, so I gotta let it charge up.
And Michael, I'm gonna tell you this, Mike. You can sleep on all you want to, but these videos, but you better believe they were 4, 5, 6 years ago, 4, 5 years ago, but so that's the level I was on that long ago. You feel what I'm saying?
But
Yeah,
the man gets so offensive.
but I don't.
Yeah.
But he okay. Look, he come on here wanting to argue about why I don't know whether there's just two gods. The Bible say, "Thou shalt not have any other Elohim," plural, before me. Meaning that he talked about himself. He said Elohim, other gods with an S, meaning that there's other gods out there. You have Baal Peor, you know what I'm saying? You had Kamash, you had Tamaz, you know what I'm saying? You had all kinds of gods. The God that you serve and the very word God that you speak today come from Germanic gods. Nordic gods who came much, much, much later. So we talking about, you just can't say that there's just one or two gods. Satan ain't a god. Satan is a servant of God. I'll tell you the truth. If you knew Hebrew,
Yeah.
well, Satan had to get permission to touch Job.
He's right here. I'm gonna let him on. Hopefully, Michael, you can come on and be very respectful. I'm gonna let him on because we're talking about him, and I don't like to talk about people without them being able to defend themselves. So I'm gonna let him back on and hopefully be respectful.
Let's get it.
He just need to know there was videos they want about him, so now he shouldn't come on the show the same way.
Okay,
So
shalom
so so
again.
Is we gonna fight or is we gonna rock this show out, man, and show these people how OT supposed to do it, bro?
Like I said, I don't hate my brothers. My brothers hate me, judge me, try to condemn me. But you know what? I'm used to it because they
Did
did
you
the
hear
same
what?
to
Did you hear the compliment I gave you, Michael? Did you hear it?
brother. I didn't say anything about you.
No, I know, but did you hear the compliment I gave you?
Yes, but I didn't say anything about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are you
like I
talking
said,
about?
okay. What you said? What am I talking about? What don't you understand?
I said who? Who are you speaking to? Who? Name the person you're talking to.
I'm saying that this is a lot of people. I'm saying the brother came up. He said that I caused confusion. So my question is specifically, tell us how I caused confusion.
Well, if you're talking to me, I said you caused confusion at a time that we was watching a video about us.
No, I'm not talking to you. No, I'm not. Right, you trying to unite. Show me a thus saith Yah in the law and the prophets.
He's talking about Jonathan.
Okay, I'm
Go
talking
ahead,
to
man.
Jonathan, but hold
Oh,
on.
you talking to me?
Order, right?
All right, now I'm gonna say
Wait
this.
a minute, I'm talking to. Well, hold
Yeah,
on. I'm
go
talking
ahead,
to
man.
the
I want
other
to hear
brothers
this shit.
first.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Talk.
I'm talking to the other brother first. I'm talking to the other brother first, and I'll come to you. The brother just said something about uniting. Right. This is a One West ISUPK, the original ISUPK. Arya sold out. We all agree.
Mike.
What we don't
now
talk
I'm gonna jump
about is
in.
who he
I'm gonna
sold
jump
out
in.
to.
Hold on. Let him speak, John. Let him have his say,
All right.
John.
He don't let. All right,
Let
go
him
ahead.
have his
I'm gonna
say.
let him talk. Then I'm jumping in.
Okay. Arya sold out. We all agree.
Right.
But what we don't talk about is who he sold out to and what exactly did he do to sell out. And the fact is, the brothers are still carrying the error that false teachings that he gave to him. So whenever someone addresses that in an intelligent way, they get accused of causing confusion. Now, the brother said something about uniting. Oh, we all got to get together. We all got to unite. Okay. Where does the creator Yah say what you're saying? And I don't want an interpretation or interpolation. Exactly. Because there are plenty of scriptures that clearly teach us to, if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and turn from their wicked ways. Remember, we were sent into captivity because of some things. We are doing the very thing that caused us to go into captivity. So it behooves us to take a look at these things and maybe we can reverse it and we can get out of captivity. Now your turn, you go.
Yeah, now what all you said makes sense.
Oh.
But all what you said, if my people return unto me, what the hell is that? If you returning unto Yah, that's uniting. Is it not?
That's your interpretation.
No, it's not my interpretation. If we all pray the same to Yah, are we uniting together? Are we uniting or what? Yes or no, man? I'm waiting for an answer. You lost your tongue? You swallowed it or something? You can't answer the question?
Hold on, bro. I remember you used to go back and forth with me when I was trying to tell you that Israel was 100% black.
When you wrong. That's not me. Not me. I ain't never. No.
Hold on. You never believed in the chart?
My man, Terry, do I believe in that chart? And don't I come from one verse?
No, he don't. No, hold on. You talking?
See, he making
hold on. Nope, you're talking to the wrong person because he believes in the same thing you said. You arguing with this man over the same opinions. Y'all both agree with the same thing. He don't believe in that chart. He never did. No, he never did.
He never.
FOPE never believed in that chart. You dealing with wrong
Hey,
people.
look,
You trying to
and
argue?
when he was a part of ISUPK, because he
because
didn't
he didn't
believe in that
believe in that
chart,
chart,
they
Y'all,
kicked him out. They kicked him out.
Because you lying. We're not about to sit there and let you
And
go
see,
back and forth. And then you
no,
switched it. No, you switched it. No, you just switched the shit up when you supposed to be
no,
dealing
I
with.
did not. You're lying.
Yes, you get
there it go
there you go
again.
again.
Get the fuck up out of here. You got me fucked up.
There, I see,
I
see,
see,
I see what I be
see what I
saying
be
about
saying
this
about
dude.
this dude?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jonathan never
Jonathan
believed
never
in the
believed in the
chart,
chart.
I ain't believe in
Never.
that shit.
Never.
and
And
because he
because
didn't
he
believe
didn't
in the
believe in the
chart,
chart,
that's one of the reasons why they wanted him out of that school.
Right. You need to go with that bullshit.
And the
You trying
man,
to
check
argue.
this out. The
the
man don't
man,
even know Aria. He don't know Aria. I know the man. All right, and don't
don't
me and
be
you,
you,
Terry,
Terry.
Terry, talk to another brother that know him, Malachiam, all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I know
We know
several
this
brothers
man.
Go
know this
watch the
man.
videos. No, go watch the videos. They speaking on the chart is false and that it's all black. What are you talking
And
about? You
and,
don't
and
even know what you're talking about.
And I wasn't
Kareem,
I
can I say
wasn't
something?
speaking, and what I'm trying to get him to understand, I wasn't just
Yeah.
speaking on Old Testament and camp Israelites. I said it's in Old Testament Israelites, Torah Israelites, New Testament Israelites. It shouldn't matter what we believe right now. If we can get together, unite, man, do some shit. When I talk about unite, I ain't talking about trying to start a whole kingdom up right now. I'm talking
Hey,
about getting together, man, doing some
Mm.
hey,
shit for the
Eric.
community, getting shit done,
Hey,
getting
Eric.
laws changed. I mean, I'm talking about shit like this of fixing the community, doing shit and doing it as a unity to where we can get these people and recruit them and get them in, and then we can start doing shit and say, okay, let's go buy some land, let's go do this, let's go move some people here. You know what I'm saying? We could do shit like that. But what I'm saying is, it shouldn't matter about what you believe. It shouldn't matter because at the end of the day, most people who believe in Jesus still believe in God. Oh, I mean, not God, my bad, Terry. Still believe in y'all. You know what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? So it shouldn't matter because the only difference we have is just how I think of Jesus and how the other person think of Jesus, and that's the discussions we can have. We can still work together and still have these discussions, man. I was with a group of niggas. We was going out teaching people, bringing people from the hood with us. It was a Kemetic dude. It was an Israelite dude, and it was a Pan Africanist. And we put all that shit aside and said, man, we gonna work together. We go study history together. I study the Kemetic history. They study
Hey,
the Israelite history. I
look at
study the
this.
Pan
Look,
African history. We trying to work together. That don't mean we have to sit in the bed and sit in the house all day together. That don't mean that. That mean when it comes to us doing something for the community, we can get together and do it, no matter what.
Now,
I'm
I,
going
can I say
back. I'm
something?
going back. I agree with 100% what Malcolm X said. When you supposed to
Hmm.
walk in them buildings, all that shit supposed to get thrown out the window, man.
Now,
When we're talking about community activist stuff, I
hmm
ain't talking about because I'm not dumb enough to believe that all that's going to unite and all that stuff if the ones who want to, because it's Old Testaments. We don't 100% not believe in the New Testament. Me military. You see what I'm saying? We
yeah,
don't 100% not. We don't believe in everything in the Old Testament
yeah. I mean,
as
what I
far
was
as
trying to
what
say,
everybody believes is literal.
what I want to ask you,
Huh?
you know me, Jonathan know me. Tell the
hmm
truth. Don't I
Yeah.
have probably more New Testament friends than I have Old Testament?
I would say
Yeah.
so.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
got
I
way
have my
more
whole
New
family
Testament.
is New Testament. I don't
Hey,
know
yo,
nobody other than Terry that's Old Testament, man.
me and T here is living proof that we can unite and harmonize and come together. Cause I believe in the whole book, old and new, and I talk to him damn near every day.
Man,
Do I not?
I will bust your head open to the white meat for Jonathan and Eric.
You know,
That's New
Yeah.
Testament. That's Old Testament.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's
I
about
don't. Hey
what you
man,
can bring
I grew
forth.
up in the church. I grew up under my
Yeah.
Christian family. I seen they was
Hmm.
great people. They made, you know what I'm saying? They was great people. That's why I try to stay away. Even though when I speak on the Jesus, I speak on that white Christianized European Jesus that was brung over here. That's why you never really see me speak on Yahshua. You know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
or whatever they call it, Yeshua or Yahweh, whatever. I don't speak on that
You
because
know, but you
I have enough respect for family because my mama understand that Jesus, even if she do believe it or he doesn't exist, or whatever people want to believe, she believe he's black. She understands he's black.
let's talk
And
You see
about
what I'm
a
saying? She understands
contention
he's a black
amongst
man.
black
So
folks.
Can I
So
say
yeah,
this?
so I
So
don't
you
respect
supposed to
him because of
you
him.
supposed yeah. Let me let you go, Johnny. So you supposed to
Yeah,
disrespect
and I'm
your folks because they
yo T.
believe
I say
in
this quick.
something else. That don't make sense. And you got people talking about they don't want to unite and deal with people. That's just retarded.
What we understand is the image. That image done ruined the lives of our people worldwide. Okay.
Yeah,
Now our people need a healer. A healer. What can heal our people from all the lies they have been taught? The truth.
yeah,
That's the healer right there. Okay.
yeah. Oh, that was deep
Not
right there, bro.
confusion, not bullshit. Truth. Come on the platform, any man or woman, bring some truth to the table. That's what you
Exactly.
need to
Because
bring.
and truth, and
Not the
always remember,
bullshit.
truth don't care about if you like it or not. Truth don't care
Nope.
about if it hurts your feelings. Truth don't
Nope.
care about if your belief. The truth is the truth, but the truth will set you free. Always remember that.
And we do not come get you and set you in the comment section or on the panel. You have a right to refuse.
It's like there ain't
There
no
ain't no
beef with
beef
this
with this
cat, man,
cat,
but
man, but
he argues just to argue, man. That's the problem. You know,
Like I
he
say,
already making false accusations about me. He don't know me, man. And I come
well,
from the
I'm
original One
appalled.
West. And I don't believe
I'm
in that
appalled.
bullshit ass chart.
I'm appalled, man, because I was actually a fan of that brother. You know, I'm not too big to where my fellow comrades, I can't be a fan of them. And I actually was a fan of that brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to see Eric get down on some of these cats. I used to be in the background, get him, Eric, get him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I feel like almost like when you meet one of your favorite stars or one of your heroes and they sit up there and treat you like shit.
That happened to me.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, really? You know what
Peace,
I'm saying? This is
AK.
why we gotta.
That's Michael. He said Eric.
This is why we have to
That's Michael.
understand who we are. We're God's chosen, man, and we gotta walk like it and act like it.
Whether you believe in the Messiah or not, believe in the word. That's it. Believe in the word. And the word will lead you to the truth. You feel me? We know some people on here don't believe in the Messiah, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ or Yeshua or Yahweh Shai, Yoshua, whatever. But let the truth of the word guide you to the understanding of the master in heaven, which is the Father. That's the best way I can put it.
Hi, can I say something?
Yes.
Um, for anyone that doesn't know me, I'm April and I am a Hebrew. But my question is, we keep talking about building a nation, being an example. Too many different backgrounds, too many different upbringings, too many mixed DNA. So I have to believe in the book. And the book says that the Most High dispersed us and that we will have this confusion. He didn't say that and we were gonna wake up and we were gonna formulate a new nation without him. I thought we were waiting on him to come and get rid of certain things on the earth. For all we know, that could be occurring right now. But because y'all, meaning those that are so focused on building a nation, which I call a cult, because I would like to think for myself. I would like to take my own desires to the Most High. I would like to see the Most High work in my life. I don't need anyone else in my business trying to tell me how I should be living to test out what the Most High could do for me. But what I do notice about a lot of Hebrews, y'all don't have no information to give anyone that's hungry. You can't tell, you can't show anyone how to go to the Most High and to actually put that faith and get a paycheck that they didn't expect, or for the Most High to work a miracle, for them to actually pray and build that relationship with Him, because that's what it's about. That's what we're supposed to be showing people what to do. That's what we crossing over. We're not crossing over no water. You ain't different from the man next door. So why are you chosen? You're getting up, you're going to work just like him. You're on child support just like him. You're putting your baby daddy on child support just like her. So what makes you chosen? What makes you different? What makes you a Hebrew? What are you crossing over? How are you a light to the Gentiles? And then y'all love to keep crapping on the name of Jesus. But in Malachi 1, I do know I have read that the name is going to be great among the heathen. And the priests are going to hate the name. And there's only one name I know that's great among the heathen, Jesus, and that the priests hate. Jesus. That's the one name that just got y'all all in y'all feelings. But y'all can't even connect that the Most High God is always sending the Son in various forms to deal with you. But that's all I wanted to lay out there. I don't get the nation building. Build your own nation. Be your own God.
Okay, yeah, we wasn't talking about building a nation as what you talking about, but I'm glad you brought that up. That wasn't what the video was about. It was about coming together, working together with your people that goes to work, that's struggling, that's dealing with issues, and stop making it a Bible, all about the Bible, and arguing with each other about who's right and who's wrong. Something what you and him just did a little bit, because that wasn't what this discussion is about. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's what
no,
the
hold
video
on,
is about.
I'm not done. I'll let you finish. Okay, I'll let you finish. So, like I said, at the end of the day, y'all might want to go look at the video and see that it wasn't even us talking. It was a video where him and the brother was talking, and he was basically talking about, put down the Bible. Hold on, he was talking about the Bible down and build and start looking out for your community. Look out for that woman that's homeless and different things. It's a whole bunch of discussion that went into this besides dealing with the Bible and trying to bash somebody over what they believe and how they believe it. Like, this is just ridiculous. Nobody's watching the video.
Yeah, that's what I said, because it's to a point where everybody wants to be right and arguing
I'm
and
not about
fighting.
to. I'm not about to go there. Y'all not coming on here building, talking about you trying to, you know, feed the community and all that. You want to argue and talk about who's right and building a nation. Ain't nobody talking about building a nation.
But I can't say that people are fighting over the name Jesus. You got the ISUPK, black people that believe in Jesus. Not the ISUPK, the IUIC. You got Geno Jennings, black man that believe in Jesus and his
But
church.
that's not the topic. That's just
And they over there fighting.
you just bringing that up. That's the whole point. We're not trying to
Yeah.
do all that. We're not
So
trying
it's
to
not,
do that here right now.
yeah, it's not, Jesus is not the fight. What the fight is about, you got unlearned people. You understand? When you start learning, and the more you learn and the more you learn, you're going to start finding what God is really, 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 really about. That surpasses religion. Something I heard somebody say the other day is that the prophets didn't have no book. Jesus didn't have a book. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't reading from the New Testament. I'm sorry. David wasn't reading from the book of Kings and Chronicles. You understand? I mean, these people have gotten a hold to that book and come up with all of these different translations and understandings, and they swear that their understanding is greater and superior than everyone else's. You understand?
Yeah,
And it causes
and I'm trying
problems.
to
You know
people
what I'm
up to
saying?
say none of that shit matters.
And no, we're not about to do that. This ain't a discussion about all that. And it's kind of confusing when you say certain things and then people take that out of context and want to come over here and argue with you about it. But that's not what this is about.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's what I'm saying.
Just
Sis,
because
that's
the
why I'm
man
saying I didn't
spoke
see
on
it in the
certain issues, and
anything.
no, she actually sent attacking Jonathan in a kind of way of what he was saying.
Oh,
You know, because she wasn't listening to what y'all was saying. Because if they was listening saying, put all that behind. You coming here talking about bruise this and I don't understand why this and these people this and that and this. You know, what about you coming and bringing some sources and some information to help us? Not all that trying to point fingers and doing all that. That's what the conversation was not about. The conversation's about OT and New T going at each other with, over the Bible. When you should be beyond that. This conversation is about coming together, building, and trying to, get together with each other. We're not coming on here, trying to add on to that and trying to pick something that somebody said on the panel to argue with them about instead of really listening to what they got to say because you got a problem with a brew or something like that. We're not about to go for that.
Yeah, and I agree.
This is
And I'm
not the
glad you
back
broke it down
chat.
for the and I'm
This is
glad you
not the
broke it
back
down for the
chat.
people again to understand that I was not talking about building a nation. I said it like 2, 3 times. I don't know why people not listening. I said not building a nation. So we got to get together and we got to and if the things that we're arguing about, we should put that to the on the low to like when we go have meetings. We can go speak on this and still do things and work together because at the end of the day this Old Testament dude, this New Testament dude, they get to arguing on social media, but a lot of them behind the scenes is chilling with each other and cool with each other. So then, but when you get on social media and say, yeah, let's unite, they're them the same people that act like that people are crazy. Because I'm pretty sure the people that don't that disagreeing with me that saying they Old Testament they just came on the show and the other woman that came on here, I'm pretty sure they got other people that don't agree with everything they say. But then we got to understand this: it's people out here that me, you, Karima, JT, that we wouldn't agree with, and that's the people who took Jesus and made him God. And see, that's what I'm trying to say, and that's a different bigger problem because it's getting to a point now where people are making Jesus God, not even the Son.
Right.
You see what
You
I'm
just
saying?
heard the man show the video where he was talking to another man and he was saying that, he wanted to help this homeless woman, but he couldn't help her out with scripture and downward talk her and all that type of stuff. You're not even listening. You're not listening to what's really said.
Yeah. You see what I'm
How
saying?
can you come together with somebody that's in your family that need help when you coming at them with scripture?
Exactly. That was like you wouldn't. That was said. So what they saying they wouldn't deal with their first cousin or sister because she Old Testament and she don't believe in Jesus. Like that don't even make sense. Like are you still living in the same house with them? I bet you if your sister tried to fight and she didn't, you would fight for your sister. You would still defend your sister. That's what I mean. You don't have to be. We don't have to be 24/7 huggy buggy all this stuff. I'm saying when stuff happens when we need to get stuff together. If motherfuckers say let's get a building and we all let's put up and get a building. Let's get some land. We get some land. People can talk about these camps, and I keep saying this. These camps are out here. I've seen them buy land just to grow food. I see them do stuff. Now we might don't agree what they be saying, and this might be a lot of stuff that I don't know that's going on in there. But I'm just saying I'm not saying they're perfect, but I'm saying the blueprint of what they're doing, and they might not be doing it 100% right, but the blueprint is almost there to where we got to understand that we should be able to do that with everybody. We should be able to do that with everybody, man. Just because I'm an Old Testament, you're a New Testament, that we should be able to work together to fix the community. How? Why? Why is that a problem? You telling me we could get this house right now, but I always got some money. Say, let's get this house, build it up, and turn it into a temple, or turn it into something, or turn it into like a food place for the homeless. You ain't gonna do that because your brother don't believe in Jesus. You know what I mean? I had this problem one time. I was dealing with some African dudes. You know what I'm saying? And Pan Africans. It was at a time we was debating them, and we talked about getting water and taking it to Flint, Michigan. We were talking about getting water, taking it to Flint, Michigan. Me, it was some Pan Africans, all this. We had just finished arguing, debating, then we started talking about that. You know what? Some of these people talking about they won't go deal with me because I wasn't a Pan Africanist. And that's what I'm saying. So you telling me we ain't gonna go feed our brothers because what I believe in, what you believe in is different. That's what I'm saying. And then we couldn't even get to a point where both of us had money. And then we like, who you get the money to? Who will get the money? Man, we are so messed up that we put money in the white European banks all day. We give taxes, we do all this shit all day. But if a nigga say, come up and give me some money, and we put up on some money, let's do this, is oh, who gonna take the money? Because if you can steal my money, I don't trust this person. I don't trust this. That's what we have amongst our own people. That shit has to get away and stop. And if you don't want to just deal with people in the street, that's why I would say it's better to deal with your brother, your New Testament brother, and your Old Testament brother, because we still have a certain type of faith and belief in a system that we're going by. We still have a system that we're going by to where we should be able to trust each other, and we shouldn't be able to dig each other. And whoever do that should be able to have a punishment to it, no matter what America says. And that's what it's supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? And it's getting to a point where everybody just want to argue. Everybody want to be scholars. Everybody want to. What is that doing? What is that
See,
doing?
I'm just outdone because we have allowed and we still allowing it to the diversion. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had a topic of discussion, and even now, the man gone, and we still talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with the show was about.
Right.
You know what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm
I
saying?
feel
I
like a
feel like
fool, man, coming behind this with a good presentation now. It's like, man, it's like, man, shit, we start over again tomorrow.
I mean,
It's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
And I want to
And I
say
want
something
to
because
say,
I see some people keep saying they don't want to deal with the camps. Listen to me. Listen to me again. It's other people in the New Testament that just camps. Okay, it's people that ain't never been to campus. New Testament. It's people from the streets. Most people in the streets. Most Negroes in the streets. But like Terry said, most of them is wicked. But most Negroes in the streets are Christians. Most or a certain type of Christian. Most people are is other people that believe in the New Testament other than the camps. You don't want to deal with that side of camps and let other people who wants to deal with the camps deal with the camps. Who are you to say that can't nobody be who is who? Who
Well, I
are we to
take
say that these people can't join in? Who are them
Eric,
to say that you can't join
Eric.
in?
If it
Who are
wasn't
these
for
people? That's what I'm trying to say. It's
it,
getting to a point
was
motherfuckers
you
be like, oh no, he's not an Israelite. No, he
when
can't come in. Nigga, who are you?
when I
Who
first
are you to
met
tell
you?
them they can't come in?
When I first met you, was you Old Testament or New Testament?
Um, I first came in as an Old Testament, then I became a New Testament, then I
So
went back
during
Old Testament. By the
so
time I
during
met you, I was Old Testament. I mean,
oh,
I was New Testament going into Old Testament.
see, so what I'm trying to say is that what if I had that attitude when I met you? That because I know that's what you was. What if I
Yeah,
was what if I was one of those guys that was like, oh, I'm not dealing with that brother. He's a Old Testament, he's a New Testament Israelite. I'm not dealing with him. You would not be where you at today.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know, if like you said, let those who want to go in there and who God equipped to do that work go in there and get that job done. Because I have been instrumental at bringing people out of the One West camps. I have been instrumental in bringing people into the OT. I have been instrumental in bringing people into the house of Israel. So let those who are qualified to do that work do that work. If you don't want to do that work, you ain't got to. Just let us do it.
yeah, exactly. Let us
And
do it
why, yeah,
because
why you think your opinion is so important that you have to tell us why you don't want to build or why you don't want to do this? I mean, you could
yeah,
went live and said that.
because it's like a trend now that everybody it's like a trend that everybody has to be right and everybody wants to be. It's nobody, man. Nobody is teachers. Nobody is students no more. Nobody's willing to say I'm the stupid student. Everybody wants to be a teacher, and you can't be a teacher if you never was a student. You can't. You got to learn for a long time. You got to learn these things, man. And like I said, when you learn it, new stuff come. New stuff come. New knowledge come. New teachings come. You reach new things, and a lot of people might don't like it because they're stuck in a certain era. But we got to get to a point where We can't just be fussing and fighting because we just don't agree. Let's sit down. Let's talk. Let's actually build. Let's see what is the truth and what is not. If you still doing this, why should this affect if we trying to if Flint ain't got no damn water, it should matter if I'm Old Testament, you New Testament. That shit should not matter. We should be
You
able to put
know,
the goddamn money together. My bad for cousin. We should be able to put the money together and get some water and help Flint.
you
It
know.
shouldn't be no who is what. I don't care what you. I don't care if you're a Satanist. I don't care if you're gay. If you come to me and say I got some money for some water to help Flint, I'm taking it. And it's that. It's that.
You know, I think about the words of KRS-One in that song, My Philosophy. You know, everybody want to be real rulers and teachers and leaders, you know. But KRS-One made this line. He said, teachers teach and do the world good. Kings just rule, most are never understood. But if you was to govern or rule a certain industry, you'd have everybody in this room right now here in misery. Think about that. Why is that? Everybody talk about who's a bad leader. He's a bad president. He's a bad preacher. He's a bad leader. He's a bad leader. But if you was the rule, what would guarantee that you would not do the same thing? What would guarantee that you would not be worse? I'm saying that as a leader, the way my brother Michael Smith came in here, as a leader in the Israelite community that he brags about, he came up in here just for the purpose of bringing his Old Testament brothers to misery.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he
Bad
wasn't even watching.
leaders.
He wasn't even watching what he was doing because of any Old Testament Israelite, for real, any Israelite New Testament or Old Testament. I use both verses. If you seen my video, you should be proud and be like, "Yeah, I should be able to build off of this." Now, listen, I wanted people to come on, watch this video, build. If you arguing with me, but you're saying the same thing I'm saying, but you arguing with me over it. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
and
talking about?
that's
How you
what
come in here? Like, it's
that's the
crazy.
part that's crazy. When you how y'all fighting over this and y'all on the same side? Geno Jennings and ISUPK? I
Yeah,
mean IUIC? Y'all both believe in Jesus and y'all fighting like crazy. That don't
yeah,
make no sense to me.
yeah.
You
That's what
know?
I'm saying. This shit is crazy. It's just like because it's one little thing that a person found, and now they
So
arguing over it.
so what is it? You got three Old Testament Israelites, me, him, and you. Okay, what? You want to be the big dog? Okay, I'll fall back. I sit back and won't say nothing and let you conduct the whole show.
Yeah, but he
I'm
wasn't even
humble like
see. He
that.
wasn't teaching
I'll
that.
fall
We
all the
were
way
talking. You
back.
came like we were talking about him. I was like, man, we didn't even say nothing about you. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, who is it? What is he talking about? Then I realized that damn, he do think he think this real life. Like, no, we was watching video.
Well,
We watched 4 videos on this show. Just letting y'all know, we
it,
watched 4 videos. It was the origin of hell. It was the second one was the Sabbath.
That's why I kicked him out
Uh,
the first time because I noticed he was arguing with the video. He was he was talking to the dude. Like,
but you know, Karima, in this brother's defense, you know, I know Jonathan beat him up and said he could look at it and tell the video, and I could have. But the other day, when y'all was doing the show, going against Sarnetta, when me and Lex got it in, you know, hell, I thought Sarnetta and Garfield came to the Lions Den. I didn't know that was a video. That's why I was like, wow, y'all must have y'all must have squashed all of that. Y'all and got all these brothers over here on the den. Y'all over here
how long did
chopping
it
it up.
take you to realize that he
But it was a
wasn't?
video.
But how long did it take you to realize that?
Actually the next day JJ had told me, he's like, man, that was a video.
That's why I say people don't pay attention to the videos because
Yeah.
if you was watching the videos, you would notice that I pop us up on the screen right with the video. You'll see. Yeah. You gotta be when I'm talking. video, you'll notice that I put us up the boxes, that's us, and the video is right there. Not only that I do that, JJ always commentating on the video. He's saying things to make it to show you. So that's what I was saying. The brother didn't watch the video, because if you did, you would notice that the videos was very short, and it was like 4 videos we played. So if you paying attention, if you just coming on here seeing people and you want to jump on and argue, that's your problem. But if you sit there and pay attention to the video, because sometimes you can rewind the video and look at it from the beginning and then catch up a little bit and then come and see and get on point.
But that don't always work.
But that ain't my problem.
Hey, look, hear me out. That don't always work, because I came in again, and like I said, I saw the video with Garfield and Sarnetta and them on, and I thought they was actually on the show.
Yeah,
I came in. Hear me out. I came in late.
That was your problem.
But look, I didn't have a problem. The only problem I had was that I wasn't jumping on people. I didn't know what the fuck was going on to be jumping on people.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. There's no need to be saying that, you know what I mean, I didn't know. When I'm saying there's plenty of reasons to know if you just pay attention to the video.
Well,
I make no excuses for another man I make no excuses for another man sitting through the whole video just arguing in the comment section and not paying attention to the damn video.
I just know with myself, I didn't come in there, I didn't come, he should have learned from me. When I came in, I sat down and I'd be quiet. Trying to get a grip.
He ain't got to learn from nobody.
Yeah, trying to get a grip of what's going on.
He do this. No, hold on. He do this every time. There's no excuse. He's a grown ass man, and you making excuses like you very cool with this dude, and he's disrespectful. Like it ain't even cool. Like there's no excuse for his behavior. He can sit there and watch the video. Every fucking platform that we did, he come in there arguing and being disrespectful. If you cool with that, then it's okay. But I'm not cool with that, and I'm not making no excuses for a man that don't know how to go back and look at the topic.
You know this as a moderator. When you see him knocking at the door, you should see him with the man with 2, 3 X's.
I try to get a man a chance to stay on point in the topic, because I don't want people to think I'm biased. But what I'm not going to do is allow you to continue to act the fool. So there's no excuse. I'm not. Stop making excuses for this man. What I should have know. Being disrespectful.
There has to be something.
I gave this man plenty of chances to say he wanted to bring a presentation to the platform on his own. You don't come to nobody's platform and be disrespectful. You ain't even came and brought your videos out. So there's nothing.
Arguing with a video.
See, that's my point.
He thinks that
you
this
ain't
is
even
real
brought
life.
your videos out. That's my point. You making excuses for him, and he's arguing with the video. And I paused the video.
No, I'm not making excuses. I'm saying that's what he's.
I paused the video and told him that it was a video, and told him to stop arguing with it and let him get off. So, and he came back and still was arguing. Hold on, Aaron, he still was arguing. So there's no excuses. There's no excuse. He just wanted to come on here and argue. He never apologized for thinking that, people saying that. So he bounced off of Jonathan and started rolling with what he said, which he was correct. So I'm not trying to make no excuses for him. He was rude and being disrespectful. And I brought him on like 3, 4 times. And I'm not about to do that. There's no excuses. And I don't understand why you're making this excuses for him talking about the video and all this type of stuff when this man do this every time. Every time. He rude, disrespectful, and want to get in when he want to get in. As soon as he yelling, can I say something? No, that's being disrespectful. We bringing out some information. You ain't even brought out your information. You letting him interrupt over some, trying to be rude to your brothers that's on the panel.
Either he was delusional. You understand? Because the brother thought that he was arguing with real people. And he argued with a fucking video.
And I brought him back to his mind state, and he still came back up here 3 times to argue after that. But he went to Jonathan. Because Jonathan noticed his behavior too. I'm not the only one that noticed it. Jonathan noticed it. Everybody noticed his behavior every time he come on different platforms. He's not the only one. He just got kicked out of Garfield's platform. I watched it live. Like, come on now. Just don't stick to the topic. You talk about Mary and all these things that have nothing to do with the topic. And I said that I would give his brother a chance to come on and speak and do what he needs to do on his own. And nobody gonna interrupt him and be rude. But you can't be interrupting and people and being rude to people. And you know what the topic is. You never come on here speaking on the topic. You can see him in the comment section arguing.
Yeah,
And I
I see him in the private section. She don't let you on 3 times, brother. You came on all 3 times arguing with people. She told you the video was already a video. Then when you came on here, we told you it was a video. We said, bro, it's not a video. It's not talking about you. And then you still were trying to say something about it.
I don't hate nothing and all this other type of stuff. And no, I'm not about to do that. I'll let you come on here and defend yourself because I don't like people talking about people. But man, you just played yourself, like for real. You just did that, and I wasn't even cool. I still love you, but no, you can't do that. You ain't gotta come against us like that. Just the Lions Den is a platform for everybody. And whatever they feel like they want to believe in. We're not going to get on them and talk stuff and, and try to criticize them or none of that. This is what the Lions Den is. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in.
I'm saying I feel like he sabotaged the show though because I don't even want to go forward with my information. You know what I'm saying? It's like because we done went too far off the subject. You know what I'm saying? You know, he done pretty much sabotaged the show.
Yeah, no, I mean, he tried that. I say, y'all go back and watch the video, man. I got 4 videos up. I got Origin of Hell. I got the Sabbath. The Europeans was fighting over the Sabbath. I got the OT and NT speaking on how could we reunite and the things we could do to get together and work for the community. And then I got we couldn't follow all 613 laws unless we're in our land and under our kingdom. And so y'all go back and watch them things,
The brother that he broke out was speaking on some real good information and he was talking about.
If I ever do a next show, I'm gonna do a show on the Moors and the Beavers, and I got a good one on that. You know what I mean? So we can get to that
See,
whenever.
I don't want to do it because it's like the brother. This take too much time. On my videos is like I might have 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I don't have another. I don't want to be on here till 9 o'clock. All right.
That just goes to show the video and then shows that we do be trying to work with people and try to get along. And it just goes to show that some people just don't want to get along. They just don't want to come with information. They want to come attacking.
I think we should end it on that note because that's exactly what Eric was talking about in that video. You know what I'm saying? And he was a perfect display of that. You know what I'm saying? And I think we should end it on that note. I mean,
Yep, correct.
Yeah, we can. I mean, we can.
All right. Shalom.
All right, peace out. Just let me know whenever y'all trying to do another jump. I got a jump. I'm gonna do Africa to Dawn. Talk about the Moors and the Negro land and the Beavers.
Yeah, we're trying to get them our.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that needs to bring out the information, get at us in advance.
Yeah, because I got a couple hours worth of information. And I mean, we didn't let him just destroy about a good hour already.
But that's just basically just showing. It's like plain and
Yeah.
simple.
Or you have the permission if you want to. You can show it. I posted them to you, but I'm not going to be able to stay here.
We're not about to do that. No.
Yeah. I have to get ready to go.
We still fair. We still good, and you still welcome. I didn't block you. I didn't block the white boy either, but he's not allowed to come on this platform and disrespect sisters and brothers platform, dox them, get their information, spread it, all that. You're not doing that. So I don't know why you would even say, Michael, to allow Peter, the white guy, to come on here when he is just an agent trying to destroy us and bring people's information negative. So I don't know what you're doing, working with him, and it's a bad one. Anyways, bye.